What are you wearing? You wore that. You wore that just for the podcast.
I sure did, buddy.
Is that another message to Big Ramy?
Uh-huh.
You're like, I'm on you, man. I'm watching. You think you can beat Big Ramy?
I think I'll whoop Ramy's ass.
No, seriously. He's a really impressive bodybuilder.
He is. But yes, I think I can beat him.
How long do you think it's going to take to beat him? And if you say next year, I'm going to say you're crazy. You think you beat him next year? I love you, man, but there's certain things that just take time.
No, well, I know I probably won't win next year, but if he's still winning, I think by 2023.
2023. So you're saying in 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 3 years. I could see that. How much mass do you think you'll put on in 3 years? You could be a totally different bodybuilder in 3 years.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Like in 3 years, like, with a thicker chest, a thicker back, even bigger legs, you could be fucking really dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to keep your waist in check. That's the main thing.
It's really been in check this whole off season. So
no, I know. I'm not saying anything negative. I'm just saying.
No, I know. Yeah,
I'm saying most guys, including myself, it's almost like once you hit your genetic limit, and you keep going, then other shit starts to grow that you don't want to grow.
Weight starts to go.
Yeah. Because I think when I hit like 250, 255 on stage, it was when I tried to push past that I started to get some negative effects of the way I looked.
You're 280 right now, right?
Yeah, 280 right now. But on stage, like my heaviest ever on stage is like 258.
Really?
Yeah.
Your waist looks good right now, though.
It's fucking deceiving. My waist is not bad. I don't have like stomach distension. I just have thick obliques.
That's what I have.
Yeah, and it's like it's shitty because it's like if you have thick obliques, then your legs have to be humongous to kind of offset the illusion. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I bet
do you think that's from like doing like deadlifts and squats?
I don't know. I remember like I did a podcast with Patrick Moore.
Yeah.
And when you do, I don't know how you do it, but when you're doing like a squat or a leg press or even a hack squat, like when you get down in the hole, you kind of have a deep breath on your way down.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of pressure on your stomach. And then you push through it, right? But what Patrick Moore says that when he does those movements, he exhales on the way down. So he's like, I'm not as sorry, go ahead.
So he's not breathing on the way down?
No, he's breathing out on the way down. So his stomach is actually retracted. So he's not using his core. So he's like, you're not as strong when you do that, but you're not using your stomach muscles either.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. And I tried it, and the reason I don't do it all the time is not because I want to lift more weight. It's because I feel like it's not safe. Like I feel you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Like I feel like if I'm doing a leg press with like 8, 9, 10 plates, because I could still do it while exhaling, but I feel like there's like a dangerous area in my back where like I'm not braced because I'm not controlling my, you know what I mean? Like when you take that deep breath and your stomach's flexed, I feel like my back is safer.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah.
So it's like I almost agree with his thought process, but I think it's something you have to kind of start doing from the beginning, not something you can just start doing after 20 years like me.
It was, even if you did, I wouldn't use that much weight to start. Over again.
Well, he actually said that in the podcast. He said, if it's something you're going to start doing, or maybe we talked about it after, and he's saying he's like, look, I probably should advise people that if they're going to do that, they should start doing it really light, because you kind of have to condition your body to it instead of just going back to your regular weight that you do using your core, and then all of a sudden not using your core, you're going to cause yourself an injury.
For sure. I agree. Yeah.
I think there's a couple things that contributed to it. I know people watching are probably like, oh, insulin, GH, all this stuff. I think
insulin can't give you thick obliques.
Yeah. Well, The thing I think insulin does is not insulin directly. I feel like it's when you take insulin, you have to eat a lot of food to make sure you have enough food while you're taking the insulin. And I think it's from and I didn't take insulin a lot. I only took it for like a couple off seasons, but the first off season I did it, that's when I noticed the most stomach growth.
Yeah.
But I was eating a lot of food. I was eating a lot of food with it. So
I mean, I think it all plays a role together to some extent.
Yeah.
I think that I would say more so exercising certain movements play more role of the obliques being thick rather than the consumption of food.
Yeah. What do you think, Guy? What's up, Guy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about having a thick waist, but not necessarily distension, more like what I have, which is like thick obliques.
Okay.
And Nick asked why I think that is. And I said, I think part of it is using your stomach when you're doing heavy movements like leg press, squatting, deadlifting. If you use your core a lot during those movements, you're building muscle there.
Yeah. I mean, I've always done those core movements and I have a very tiny waist. So I never understood. I don't really have, the only explanation I could ever really have is just like the overconsumption of food, stretching the stomach lining out.
I think that's a big part of it too. But Nick brings up a good point and says that the overconsumption of food would add to this distension, like forward, like your belly being distended,
which would occur more in the gym.
No, what he's saying is the food would cause your stomach to go out this way.
Yes.
But having thick obliques, that wouldn't necessarily be from food, would it?
I mean, it's a muscle. I mean, it could, that obliques could be more so a direct result from training.
That's what I think. I think
I've had judges be like, don't deadlift because your waist is going to get thick. And I'm like, I deadlift, up until my bad back, I was like, I deadlifted forever and never had a thick obliques.
Well, and I know people who do deadlift who don't have thick waists and shit.
I think it has to do with, I don't think really, when I was talking distension, I was talking about food, but obliques, I think it's genetics. And
I was going to say, it could just be all genetic too.
Yeah. I really do think that kind of muscle maturity in that area is genetics.
Well,
just like
I mean,
people that have like that split in their stomach or like different shaped obliques or weirdly placed, that's all genetics.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at my pictures from my very, very first show, even though my obliques don't look thick because I was a lot smaller. I was like 100. There. Yeah. You could still see the shape of it.
Yeah.
And I was 190 pounds. So obviously at being 250, like that muscle is going to grow too.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's partially, but I do think there's something to, because we were talking about, before you logged on, we were talking about Patrick Moore saying he exhales when he's doing a leg press, like on the negative portion, instead of taking a deep breath. And he was saying that's helped him not use his core as much when he's doing those heavy lifts.
I control my breathing the whole time. I don't really think, it's not something I think about though.
But when you're squatting 4 plates, right? You squat heavy. When you squat 4 or 5 plates, you're probably take a deep breath.
Exhaling on the way. I'm taking a deep breath on the way down and exhaling on the way up.
Exactly. And that's what Patrick's saying is when you take that deep breath, you're bracing your core.
Yeah.
And those muscles are working on that negative. What he does is exhale on the way down. So he's like, I can't lift as heavy, but I'm not using my core at all.
I don't even think I could fucking do that.
I tried it once. It felt really unsafe.
Yeah. I was going to say, it was fucking the whole shit up. A lot of people. Nick would be all fucked up.
But it works. It's working for Patrick. It's working for Patrick. He's got a tiny fucking waist. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a very, very unique way to fucking train.
If you try it, I try it on a leg press. If you try it,
38 years old with the injuries I have, let me go fucking. You help me. You help save my career. Now you want to end it. Good job.
Well, that's what I said to Nick. I said, it's not something I think you want to learn when you're 20 years in. It's probably something you want to start doing when you're a beginner. But I did try it on the leg press and it felt like he's right. You kind of use less stomach. Guy's trying it out right now.
I'm thinking about it in my head. Like, fuck.
I just feel like that's too much thinking involved during my set.
Yeah.
I'm worried about lifting some heavy ass shit, not worried about exhaling during my set.
But Nick, if somebody said to you, hey,
Nick, your head actually might be shrinking.
No. Nick, listen, if somebody said to you, hey, Your stomach will be half the size next year as it is this year, but you have to do this thing for the whole year. Would you do it?
Am I still as big as I am now?
Yeah, you're not going to lose any muscle, but your stomach is going to shrink. You do it, right?
I don't want to be small like Patrick.
But you'd have to.
Yeah.
You take a shot at Patrick. Don't do that. Patrick's a good guy. Anyway, whatever. It's an experiment somebody can try. Yeah, don't start wars, man. Patrick's a boxer. He'll fuck you up.
Oh, I'm only kidding.
He's like a Golden Gloves boxer. He's sharp.
I'm only kidding. I'm a ball buster. If he takes me serious,
I know. I'm just fucking with you. What'd you guys do for Christmas?
Sat home by my fucking self.
No, you didn't. Completely by yourself?
Right hand of God. Yeah.
It's because fucking Nick didn't come over. That's why.
Yeah, you fucking saboteur. I fucking sat here all day.
COVID shit.
Yeah, because one of the protein girls texted me and she's like, "Hey,
oh, that's right.
I had COVID, so I got a call on Christmas at 5:00. Hey, you don't have COVID." And I was like, "Well, it's 5:00 on fucking
too
Christmas.
late." Yeah,
it's too late. By the time I drive to my parents, it's an hour and fucking 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I stayed home. Christmas Eve and Christmas, I didn't do shit.
Nick, what about you? Sorry to hear about your grandfather, by the way.
Yeah,
that's honestly why I went home. After, it's funny, when we did the podcast.
That's why you were home?
I didn't really go home for Christmas. I went home because my grandfather was going to die.
Oh, so when we did that last podcast, where were you? And you were in Jersey?
Yeah.
So that's why you were home?
He died an hour before we did that podcast.
Oh, man. Are you serious?
And you didn't say anything?
No.
Yeah.
Is that like the... What did you say?
I just played it cool.
Is that like the professional in you? You're like, I got to do the podcast, so I'm just going to play it cool?
Well, I always, if I have something to do, I'm going to do it.
Dude, that's hardcore. First I have to say, sorry for your loss. Second, I have to say,
family my best, bro. That's crazy.
Second, I have to say, I appreciate that, but you totally didn't have to. You could have just been like, I got some shit going on.
Originally, we were supposed to do it at 7. I was going to text you, but I can't do it because I was on my way to the home where he just died. And it was like 6:00-ish. Mm-hmm. And then, Guy being late all the time, you say, can we do it at 7:30? And I was like, I think I can do 7:30. And then you're like, more time. And I'm like, well, I'm good to go.
Jesus, Nick, you're a fucking soldier, man. I don't know how the fuck. That's crazy. So, do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Were you close?
Yeah.
When my father passed, it's a long time ago. It was like 7 years ago now, maybe 8. I was back in the gym like 2 days later.
Yeah.
And I think some people would see that as being like, I don't know, cruel or insensitive, but like,
I'm going to guess and say that's just how you dealt with it. That's
what it was. Like, I was like, it's kind of like, it was like my relief, I guess. Does that make sense? You kind of.
That's why I'm happy that podcast happened because it just kept me occupied.
I see.
I didn't think.
Did you go to the gym like in the following days? Kind of like keep your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I tell people that shit all the time. I say, look, if you got problems, one of the worst things you can do is fucking stay home and ignore if you're, people are depressed or they got some shit going on.
Worst thing you can do is get out of your routine.
See, what a lot of people also have to understand is, I don't know if it goes for you guys as well, but for me, even before becoming a professional, I used the gym as a scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
It was a way for me to, release stress and just be on my own and be occupied. And it just so happened to turn into what it is now.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily being hardcore. It's still my scapegoat.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like, I feel like it's such a meathead thing to say, but it like goes for anything. Like when I've torn muscles, like after surgery, or like when my father passed, or like if I broke up with an ex-girlfriend or something, the gym was always like the place I went to like keep my shit straight.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at, Guy?
Because I'm thinking about, like, I could probably go back to my Instagram for like years ago, listen to what songs I put to the music back when like they didn't block your music, and know what was going on, because I know some of the songs correlate with like shit that was going on or what I was pissed off about, a relationship shit. So I could probably go back to like a training clip and listen to a song and go, I know exactly what was going on that day.
Is that what you do? You have like hate songs that you listen to?
Yeah, depends. Sometimes, yeah.
So like if you break up with a girl and you are hating on her, you play the music that like makes you hate on her more.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
If I'm gonna hate you, I'm gonna fucking go full in.
Go full in. Yeah.
Full in. All in.
But you know what? I feel like that when you use that hate, I mean, it sounds really weird to say, but you can use that hate to help you get through. Like instead of being depressed, like it's like I'd rather be angry than be depressed.
100%. I'd rather want to fucking kick somebody's teeth and fucking want to sit there and cry.
Yeah. I did the other way though. I did it the other way. I did.
You cried?
Oh, my first. I'm a man enough to admit that I have cried. Yes.
Oh, well, we all have.
My first girlfriend. We broke up because I didn't know any better. I'm like, I'm never gonna meet another girl in my life. This is the end. this is the end of time. Like, I should just end it all now. I cried for like, I drank a lot at that time. I remember going out with my friends.
How old were you?
It was like fucking 19, man. Wasn't like I was 14. I was like 18 or 19.
This was your first girlfriend or just the first one you cried over?
No, both, because my first girlfriend, I dated her for 3 years.
Oh, okay, so 16. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then we broke up, and I'm like, I'm never gonna meet anybody again, and I bawled for like 3 months, and then I met a girl after that, and I didn't care anymore. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, this is just.
Then you thought you were gonna marry that one?
No, I actually went on a hate spree for like 3 years after that.
Oh.
2 years where I just like didn't
straight up hate fucking.
Just hate. This is my theory about men, man.
So that means, and so during that time, a lot of women fell in love because they fall in love during the hate fuck.
Sure do.
My theory about men is we all start out nice, and then some girl burns us, and then we turn into assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you all have to thank your fucking yourselves.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, so I'm taking all the responsibility off myself.
I agree.
The first one that really like fucking tore me up, I put a fucking huge hole in my bedroom fucking wall.
Did you cry though?
Yeah, and then put a hole.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was before or after I put a hole in the wall. That was fucking my high school sweetheart. Yeah.
My
dad had to spackle that room.
Listen, is my longest relationship of 3 years. We always fought. It was the most toxic relationship in the entire world. My mom fucking hates this woman.
Wait, how old were you?
I started dating her when I was 18. Okay. She was like 27.
Wait.
She was 27.
Wait, rewind. Go back. What? Say it again.
What am I rewinding for?
What was the age gap?
He was 18.
I was 18. She was 27.
Yeah.
Is it because you looked 40?
Listen, I don't look 40.
Was it your first? Was it your first girlfriend? Was that your first girlfriend?
It was no, but it was my first like
real girlfriend. Yeah,
real it had to be. The chick was 10 years older. What did you expect?
But it was like
okay. So
the last year was so toxic. I remember she pissed me off so bad. I put my fist through the stove.
The stove? You mean through the glass?
Yeah, it went shattered everywhere.
Nick, do you just have to one up everything I say? So I put my hand through a car.
I got another one.
I put my hand through a car. How's that?
Wait a minute. Don't just skip over that. You know how thick that glass is?
Yeah, shattered it everywhere.
Like it's like bulletproof.
I was still living at home. So like my mom comes home and she's just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I'll buy a new one. Like I don't have nothing to say. Like I'll buy a new one. And then another argument. There, I got another argument. This one's even funnier.
Wait a minute. Don't skip it yet. I want to know what was the argument? Like, was it when you finally broke up? Is that what made you punch the stove?
No, we didn't break up yet.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, what caused that argument? I couldn't even remember because it was like every other day we were fighting about something.
Were you loyal?
I was loyal. She wasn't. That's why at the end. But the second argument big argument we got into, me and my brother, this is actually after I got into a car accident, flipped my car and had to get stitches in my arm. So I couldn't like do nothing for like 2 weeks and shit. But we started arguing then. And me and my brother in the living room watching TV. And she texted me something. I can't remember. And I just took the phone and threw it right through the TV.
A small penis?
He broke, right? So my brother looks at me. He goes, I was watching that.
Sounds like something your fucking ass would say.
Man?
So you busted your phone and your TV?
Yeah, I lost both.
So this chick's got you in for about $3,000 in electronics and stove.
So then how pretty much ended is I witnessed her cheating on me.
You witnessed it.
I witnessed it.
How did you witness it?
Would that be considered a cuck lug?
Witness it mean you watched her do it. That's what witness it. Witnessed
yeah,
it.
I watched her cheat on me.
How? Wait, you can't just explain how that happened.
Okay, I'll explain. I don't care. It's old. So what happened was it was actually the night of the Pacquiao and Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
Years ago, right?
Yeah.
And she's the type of broad where like she's very argumentative. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I knew when I got no text for like 3 hours, I'm like, this bitch is doing some funky shit. I can feel it.
Yeah.
So I drove past the house, right? This was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Fight was over. And I see a car. And I'm like, I know this car. I've seen this before.
Yeah.
So the meathead in me was like, I'm gonna fucking knock this door down and I'm fucking somebody up really bad.
Yeah.
Right. So nope. I said, hold on. Let me gather myself here. Let's think of a better plan. So I forgot I had a key. We fucking lived together. So I just like plugged the key in, slightly twist, open the door. Luckily, no creaks, no sounds, nothing. Walk up the steps, and all I can hear is some moaning and groaning.
Oh no!
Oh man!
I just walked in, took care of business, cried my eyes out, got the fuck out.
What was taking care of business? Pia with a boner?
Did you? I don't want to know, but did you?
I handled business.
You handle business.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. I handled business.
No.
Guys, shut up, man. You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I got you.
So then the next day, we tried. She wanted to talk it out. There was no chit chat.
No.
No.
You
can't talk.
And I was done.
You can't talk that
shit.
shit.
Physically see it and try to talk it out.
There's probably a way to get past it if you don't see it, but if I saw it, fuck.
Oh no,
there's no way.
One of those men in black fucking stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you tell me you cheated on me, I can't get over it. But witnessing it, that's a whole nother story right there.
Yeah, witnessing is just another level. That's crazy. That's like my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Wow. So one thing you skipped over is you were in a car accident where you flipped the car over. What the fuck? It's just like
he got into a car accident, got mad, and then flipped his car over.
You just that's what he meant. Yeah. No, seriously, what the fuck happened there? You're just driving real fast or what?
No, so I even myself don't even really know.
You don't remember?
But I know we just had like a huge snowstorm like the day before.
Where, in Jersey?
Yeah, and I was getting up to go to work, and where I work, I made a right turn, and I guess there was like an icy patch.
Give me ideas. Remember, I'm from Jersey. I'm trying to figure out where this was.
Who cares?
I'm like an hour and a half from you, guy.
Huh?
I'm like an hour and a half away from you.
Yeah, but I know all those roads down there. That's where it was.
Who gives a shit what street it was
I was in, you know where Voorhees is? I was in Voorhees.
Yes.
Okay, I was in Voorhees. And I made a right to go into where my work is. And I guess there was like a huge icy patch. I didn't see it. And I went over it and like took my car in the air and flipped.
What the
fuck? Did
fuck?
you hit the divider?
Look.
Did you hit the divider?
I guess, yeah. I really don't remember.
And all that happened was you had some stitches in your arm?
Yeah, I had to get like 10 stitches in my elbow.
Fuck, that's all right. At least you got away okay.
Yeah, I crawled, grabbed my bag full of food, and I was good. No food spill, so I was good.
I had to make sure I got my food. My car's flipped over, but I got my food.
I didn't have my phone. All I cared about was
you got way too many fucking stories for 27.
That's amazing. No, but the best part is he's always a bodybuilder, no matter what. My car flipped over, but I grabbed my food.
Staging character.
But I saw my food bag sitting there because I crawled out of the car, grabbed that, opened it, saw nothing spill. I was happy and closed it.
What the fuck? Okay. All right. You know what, man? I love that about you. That's great. See, there's no excuse. All you motherfuckers that watch the show,
car flips, you still got to
still got to get your meals in. That's the fucking rules. All right. So did you guys get anything for Christmas?
Did I?
Yeah. Anybody?
I didn't open any
clothes and stuff.
You got clothes? Is that one of the shirts you got?
Yeah. Actually, my mother made it for me.
Is that like your mom made it as a reminder that Rami's the Mr. Olympia?
No.
To fire you up?
Does it say anything on the back? Is what I want to know.
No.
Why'd your mom get you that?
Because she knows who the real winner is.
Then it should say, I'm bringing the heat. It shouldn't say winner's coming.
I know. She was actually pissed. So, like, when she saw Rami won and saw winner was coming, like, she was like, I got to for Nick. And then I changed the whole quote. And she was like, fuck you for changing the quote, but Merry Christmas anyway.
Well, I'm building a cigar room in my basement. So I got some cigar shit. You guys smoke cigars or no?
I have a humidor.
Nick, Guy, you have a humidor?
Yeah. So
you smoke cigars often, or how often?
Not often, but enough to have a humidor and pretend like I do.
Yeah, I don't smoke cigars a lot, but I think it's something I want to get into because I do enjoy them when I smoke them.
I mean, they're like okay, but it's not something I'd fucking rush out the door to do.
No, it's not. I just kind of feel like when you're sitting, you got nothing to do and you want to chill. It's
like a thing where, like, if I'm having like a nice meal and like a fucking beer and a cigar, like kind of that shit.
For me, it's more like it's 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. I'm just chilling by myself. I got no work to do. I kind of have a cigar and relax.
Yeah.
Or like a couple friends come over, we're sitting outside.
Yeah, that's it. Like a cigar to me is like something I would do like with others.
Yeah, either or for me. But anyway, I like it. So I think it's something I want to do. So I think I said something here and there, and my wife went and bought me a humidor and some cigars and shit. So now I got to build a whole room for it.
That's not impulsive.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you give him a rope. Now he wants to be a cowboy.
I'm just saying it would be nice to have a room that's made for it with proper ventilation.
If you like actually fully enjoy it before you go altering your house.
I do. I already know I do. Plus, it's not going to be just a cigar room. It's going to be like a
man cave.
No, my whole basement's my man cave. But no, the one room I want to make like a card room. You know, you play cards, have a cigar.
Like a maestro's.
What's that?
Like a maestro's.
What's a maestro's?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Like a speakeasy.
Oh yeah, like a speakeasy. Yeah, kind of like a chill. Yeah. So anyway, so I thought, what's wrong with that?
No,
nothing, right?
Nothing at all.
Is the beard company, and they have a speakeasy. That's why I said the company, not what the room actually was.
Okay. Cool. So what's going on with everybody now? What are you doing, Guy, now that your Olympia shit's done?
I got to go to Dallas next week.
For what?
Gas.
Are you seeing Branch?
Yeah, I always do.
Are you guys going to hunt, or are you guys going to chill and shoot guns?
We were going to go to, I told my dad part of his Christmas gift, I was going to buy him a hunt, but the whitetail season down there is over. So we were going to go do like a thermal hunt at night where you wear like those thermal, like the goggles where you can see at night.
Yeah.
And do like hog and coyote hunting. And then we were going to do the helicopter the next day and shoot the hogs.
Yeah.
But my dad is like gung ho about, like, my dad's like a whitetail deer, like loves hunting whitetail.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't know if I want to go for just a weekend, you know? So
yeah.
I'm going the whole week for gas. And then I was supposed to stay the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and hunt, but I don't think we're doing that this round. So
why don't I come down for gasp as well? And then you guys can take me on my first hunt.
I would love to see your fucking ass.
I have no idea how to hunt. I've never hunted anything.
God.
I go to the grocery store, I buy my meat.
You can't like be so then step one is like showing you how to shoot the gun. Step two is like making sure you can aim and fucking hit a target. And
I feel like I would be
it's not like here's the gun, let's go kill something, Vlad.
I feel like I would be extremely loud as a hunter. Like I'd be stomping around.
Heavy?
Yeah, breathing heavy.
Like, if you're sitting in a tree stand, you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You just sit there and be quiet and look around.
Can I smoke a cigar while we wait for the deer?
Oh, my uncle smoked cigarettes nonstop, like a maniac.
I want to do that, man. I want to go hunting one time.
See, you say that, and then like the real pressure comes when you actually have to raise the gun at the deer. That's where it's like,
yeah, I don't know if I could shoot something.
See that's where, like, because that's where your adrenaline kicks in. That's where it's fun for me. Like your legs start to shake and shit because you're like, I'm gonna shoot this fucking thing.
Yeah, but the adrenaline part would be fun. I don't know if I could actually kill anything.
You have to control because you have to control your breathing because your heart starts fucking racing.
Yeah,
and you have to like, you literally have to breathe like very focused to like control to like get the scope on. It's fun.
Nick, have you ever hunted?
No, I would like to though.
Do you think you could actually kill something? Like if you saw a big buck out in the fucking distance and you had a rifle and you think you could shoot it no problem with no reservation?
Right between the eyes.
You're such a bitch.
You're such a I'm not. I didn't say I wouldn't.
No, I'm saying Nick's like between the eyes. Fuck that. I have a video actually on my phone of me fucking putting it. I had to shoot a deer. I had to shoot the deer in the face. It's the only shot I had. I actually have the video on my phone. I mean, pepper the deer.
I don't. Okay, let me just preface this by saying, I don't think there's anything wrong with hunting when you're going to eat the food. I don't agree with sport hunting, but
nor do I. And I hunt.
Yeah, but I still, even though I think I'm going to eat whatever we kill, I still think I would have a hard time. I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but I think I know
because it's not. Let me tell you something. It's not. It's hard for more than just killing. Like you're you're killing it, but then it's the actual act of pulling the trigger and like controlling everything and being able to. That's not easy.
Oh, I don't.
Still, I've shot multiple deer.
No, I don't mean the difficulty level. Of course, that's for sure. That's something you have to.
No. I'm saying to actually bring yourself to pull the trigger.
Oh, you mean yeah.
It's not easy. Every time it's not easy.
Yeah, even now.
I hit a deer a year and a half ago on my street.
Yeah.
I clipped it. It ran in front of me, and I caught it with the tow hook in the front of my truck.
Yeah.
And broke both of its back legs, but no damage to my truck.
Yeah.
And I had to call and I'm like, people think like, oh, you hunt, you're a scumbag. I'm looking at this deer like on the side of the road, like with broken legs, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like almost in tears. Like,
yeah.
And I call my buddy, I'm like, you got to get to my road because he's a cop. And I'm like, you got to come fucking put this deer down.
Yeah.
Get here now. You know, so it's
but is that different than when you're out in the wild and you're purposely trying to?
Yes, because when in the wild, you're trying to put it one shot and put the animal away. Yeah. Watching it suffer with broken fucking legs on the road trying to get up, like that's horrible.
Yeah.
Like that's horrible to watch.
Well, I was just watching you ever see the show Meat Eaters or Meat Eater?
No.
It's like you see it's on YouTube. I don't know if it's on a different channel, but I see it on YouTube.
Netflix or YouTube?
I don't know if it's on like the Discovery Channel or something, but I saw it on if you just type in Meat Eater on YouTube, it'll probably come up.
Okay.
But it's this guy, he's like super experienced hunter or whatever. Him and Joe Rogan, he takes Joe Rogan out for his first hunt.
Okay.
And they finally find a deer after walking for miles and miles, whatever. And Rogan shoots it, but doesn't shoot it properly. So he's got to get closer and shoot it again.
Yep.
And you can see a little bit of anguish on his face that he's got to like do this thing again.
Yeah, because you know the animal's suffering, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing it just to eat the meat, then you have empathy. Like it sucks.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy hunting because it's fun, and I enjoy eating the meat, but like it's not fun killing the act of killing isn't fun.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
It's the hunt is the fun part.
Yeah.
You know.
But you guys don't do things like I know some people put like feeders out there in the field and then they wait for
it depends. Like in Texas, when I've gone hunting, they do like sometimes if you're in big open fields, there's feeders all over.
Yeah, I feel like that's cheating.
It's no different than putting a fucking worm on a hook and throwing it in the river.
Yeah, but you still gotta find the fish. I feel like using fish finders.
Yeah, but people think that just because you put a feeder out, it's automatically attracting deer, and it do not work like that.
No, it doesn't do that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I've sat in tree stands 100 yards from feeder and they wouldn't see a deer for 3 days.
Really, eh?
Yeah, no, it don't work like that. No.
See, that's why I like talking to people that hunt because there's so many misconceptions about like what it is.
People think like, oh, you're going to throw some fucking corn in a feeder and you're going to automatically have deer. It's like,
yeah.
No,
Yeah. Nick, are you serious when you think you say you want to hunt? You think you could do it, no problem?
I could do it, but I'd feel really bad.
That's where you'd have. That's where that's before pulling the trigger. That's where it gets hard.
You're killing something. You're taking a life. You know.
You know what I like? I remember Branch was telling me stories about Brian Dobson and how he would go hunting.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, remember if it was hog or whatever it was, but he would always take all the meat, bring it back to
hogs.
Yeah, he would bring it back to Metroflex and have he would just stand outside donating pieces of meat to different people. They would set up a line and he would just be standing there donating all this meat that he hunted.
Yep.
I'm like, when you look at it that way, you're like, that's, you know what? That's really admirable. Like it takes a lot of the stigma out of it.
Yeah.
Because he's feeding like a whole bunch of people and he's like, you know what I mean? People that don't have money to buy their own food.
Yep.
So it's like
I said that in actually one of my videos. I said people that are vegan and vegetarian bust my balls. They don't realize how much deer meat actually feeds hunger across the fucking globe, and how many people like donate deer like that they kill to feed the hunger. And I go, I don't see any vegans fucking out there handing out carrots to fucking people starving. You know,
I guess. I guess. Okay, bodybuilding. Let's get to some bodybuilding questions. Since you started bodybuilding, what's the most amount of days you've gone without eating rice?
Ooh. I don't know.
I go through potato and pasta phases though. I'll eat pasta for like a week straight and then I'll get sick of it.
You just rang a bell, but because I want to ask something, but we'll get through the question. But remind me potato.
Okay. I
can't remember the last time I didn't have rice or cream of rice, so I don't.
Does cream of rice count as rice?
Yeah, I would count it as rice.
I've gone through phases where I'll do like oatmeal, and then I'll do pasta or potato.
I'll never do oatmeal again. Ever since I never did. I hate oatmeal.
I do it when I'm dieting, because when I'm dieting, I'll do like half a cup, so it won't bloat me. It's nothing.
No, I'd rather do cream of rice.
I'd rather be bloated when I'm dieting. I'd rather get a little bit of like something that's going to satiate me, because the oatmeal's got a little bit of fiber in it. So when I eat half a cup, it feels better than eating 45 grams of cream of rice, which is like gone in fucking 20 minutes.
Love it.
What about you, Nick? Oatmeal or no oatmeal?
I prefer cream of rice.
What about when you're hungry? Still cream of rice?
I still eat cream of rice.
Really? You guys don't take any stock in the whole
fucking oatmeal. Hate
Why?
It.
Why do you hate oatmeal?
It literally makes me gag.
Oh, just the taste.
Yeah.
I hate it. I like it. I just prefer cream of rice.
No, and it makes me bloated. The two bodybuilding foods I hate more than anything are egg whites and oatmeal. I cannot. Whole eggs I hate all day. Egg whites and oatmeal I cannot stomach. And like I've literally gagged. Just the consistency of it. Just.
The consistency is not much different than cream of rice, though.
No, are you crazy?
They're both like a creamy fucking cereal thing.
Ah, man, I don't know how you make your cream of rice, bro, but up in his Cisternino house.
No. How do you fucking make it? Like a chocolate bar? What are you talking about? It's just
my cream of rice is nice, fucking smooth. The oatmeal's like cement, bro. It's gross.
Add more water.
It's gross either way.
Yeah.
It's like wet. It's like wet cardboard.
Add more water, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of Splenda.
See, I try not to do that, but like,
why?
I just recently cut out
wait a minute
from my coffee.
Why are you cutting out sucralose?
But like I just had a diet soda, which is fucking
okay.
insane.
Can you just explain this, please explain this to me? What's wrong with sucralose?
I don't know. It's just I hear so much shit about it. And people give me shit every time I order it, so I just switched to stevia because I got sick of listening to it.
I do it on purpose. I make videos with like Splenda. People are like, "Oh, you're eating Splenda." So the next time I'll put more.
Bro,
I put more Splenda.
Well, this is what I'll tell you what really started it. Starbucks stopped using Equal, and I think Equal's way better than Splenda. I like
no.
I
Equal's aspartame, which is actually
no.
I love Starbucks.
No, aspartame I think is sweet and low.
So is Equal, I think.
No, they're two totally different.
Okay, here we go, Guy Cisternino.
Research time.
Splenda isn't bad for you, but it can cause some negative health effects like an increase in sugar cravings, which may lead to weight gain. Some preliminary studies in animals have shown that Splenda may affect gut health and cause GI issues, and excess of Splenda may also cause you to have high blood sugar. All right. So basically it's saying if you use a lot, though.
What does that have to do with the fucking question we just were talking about?
Because we're talking about sweeteners.
You're talking about aspartame, you twat.
No, you said I don't use sucralose. That's what Splenda is.
No. I said I cut out. And then you said Equal was aspartame, and I said what? I said I thought sweet and low was aspartame. That's what we're talking
Is Splenda worse than sugar? It's considered safe in small amounts, except for people with phenylketonuria, a genetic disease. Sucralose is also known as Splenda, passes through the body easily and does not build up in body fat. It's also 600 times sweeter than sugar. That's why I love it. It's fucking delicious.
What is the healthiest sugar substitute? Was right there.
Okay, fuck. Now I got to go back to this shit. All right, 1 second. Where?
What is the safest artificial sweetener?
Stevia is probably the healthiest option for you, followed by xylitol, erythritol, and syrup. Natural sugars like maple syrup, molasses, and honey are less harmful than regular sugar. Even
is equal aspartame? We still have yet to answer that fucking question.
Okay, well here.
Just type it in. It is equal aspartame.
Oops. Aspartame is an artificial sweetener sold under brand names such as NutraSweet and Equal.
Ah.
Told you, guy.
So it is.
So it's a fucking big deal. I like it better than Splenda.
Okay, that doesn't matter. The whole point is I'm trying to say, like,
oh, so why did I switch? So
what are you putting? What are you putting your cream of rice? Nothing.
No, I use fucking rice and grinds.
Oh, so it's got sugar in it already.
Monk fruit. It's flavored with.
Yeah,
it's awesome. But the reason why I switched to stevia in my coffee is because Starbucks stopped using Equal, and I put Splenda in my coffee, and I fucking hated how it tasted.
Oh, my coffee! I forgot my coffee, motherfucker. Just reminded me. All this talk of coffee.
What is that? Is espresso from Starbucks?
There's no X in espresso. It's ES.
I said espresso.
You said espresso.
I said espresso.
Okay.
Espresso.
I was going to say, you're Italian. You should be saying espresso.
I said espresso. Espresso.
It's an Americano with 3 Splendas. Ugh. So it's 1,800 times sweeter than normal sugar.
I like to get a cold brew.
Yeah, that's good too. Sometimes I get this cold.
I get all my coffee is always. I always get a cold coffee.
In the summertime, I get them cold. Anyway, I'm still confused. What do you put in your? Oh, you get the rice and grinds. Nick, what do you put in your cream of rice?
Cinnamon.
You don't put any sweeteners?
No.
Fuck, man, I don't know how you guys do it. I have to put a couple sweeteners in. Well, actually,
have you had rice and grinds yet?
Yeah, I have. I just got it. Actually, it's really good.
Yeah. So,
what's your favorite flavor?
I've only tried.
Chart.
What is it, guy?
What you just
muffins off the chart.
I haven't tried it. I've only tried because they just sent me a package. It's I've tried the pumpkin and I'm on the coconut. The coconut's pretty good.
Coconut's good. My favorite for a while was strawberry banana.
I think that's it.
And I was like,
I think Nick's lying.
What am I lying about?
I think when you eat regular cream of rice, you put sweetener.
I don't put any sweetener.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Wait, don't you use rice and grinds?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's why you don't use regular cream of rice, like the orange box, like the fucking.
Man, I use the rice and grind.
Okay.
That's why you don't have to put anything in it.
That's why you guys aren't put. Yeah, I don't put any in mine either. The rice and grinds because it's already flavored.
It's good.
Okay, but when you use the normal shit,
which one do you put cinnamon on?
The regular one, just the regular orange box, the one that has nothing in it.
Yeah, but he doesn't eat that.
Yeah.
No, the rice and grinds has an unflavored one.
Yeah, but you don't get the flavored.
He said he got unflavored.
Oh, but in prep, I just use unflavored.
I feel like we're grilling him. It's like an interrogation.
I know. What the fuck?
Where were you last night at 9:30?
So okay, you eat the unflavored rice and grinds. Do you put sweetener or not?
No, cinnamon.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Dude, Fouad is he's trying to trap you, bro, in everything you do.
No.
He's such a fucking saboteur. He's trying to sabotage you in any way.
All right. I'm the only one, I guess. I put fucking sweetener in my oatmeal. I put sweetener in my cream of rice. And I put cinnamon.
For example, I very rarely chew gum. I drink stuff like this. When I drink this Bolero, this is sweetened with stevia.
Yeah.
And the only time I really have sweeteners if like in the protein or if I have like a diet soda.
Yeah.
I haven't had soda.
They say it's supposed to make a huge difference. I don't know. I'm trying to fucking get rid of it in completely, but it's very hard.
What did you say, Nick?
I haven't had diet soda in forever.
I have one every once in a while. I'll have one or two a week, maybe.
Right.
I usually only have a diet soda if I'm out. Like if I go to Five Guys, I'm out getting a burger. I'll grab a fountain pop or something, but I don't usually drink it like at home.
I didn't have soda until 2 weeks out. I started sipping on diet soda, and then I still have it in my house for my prep. So I'm just like, whatever, it's here.
So we're way off the question here. So how long's the longest amount of time you've gone without eating rice?
Don't remember.
Yeah. How do open bodybuilders look at the newly category? This is written weird. How do open bodybuilders look at new categories, men's physique, classic physique, etc.? From the outside and naked eye, it all seems like, yeah, everyone lifts. It's all the same. But from over the years and getting more acquainted with bodybuilding, it is obvious that there are differences. Do you original bodybuilders look down on these new classes? Nobody? Anybody? It's like fucking crickets. Somebody say something.
No, I think the only time I've ever looked down on a class or people is dependent upon how they act. Like I was at the Arnold one year, and all the men's physique guys, like with a 212, were getting ready, and they were like starting to crowd the pump up area, and I was like really starting to lose my fucking patience.
What year was that?
It was 2000.
I remember that. I think, was Dallas still around at that time?
Yes.
That was the year. Yeah, Dallas freaked out that year.
Because I freaked out too. But
yeah.
So but like, no, it's not. It's normally like how the people carry themselves. That's kind of how you get your reaction. Like, you're a men's physique guy, you come into like the Mr. Olympia contest and you walk around like you're fucking shit don't stink, and you're like, you know. But that
doesn't have anything to do with class. I think that's just person dependent.
No, that's what would make the bodybuilders look down on a class.
No, but I've seen bodybuilders. Like, listen, I'm not going to name any names, but I've been at shows before and had bodybuilders that weren't in shape, and they kind of knew they weren't in shape and they weren't going to be doing well, fucking around. And most bodybuilders, when you're backstage before prejudging, are very calm, sitting around,
not moving,
maybe shooting the shit a little bit, but nobody's like laughing and fucking dancing around like idiots.
All right.
I don't know. Backstage with me, Flex Jose, there's a little laughing going on.
No, laughing, yeah, but not like, it's not in anybody's way. You're kind of like to yourself.
Yeah.
So this one show, I remember there was a couple guys that, definitely were not in shape, and I think they knew they weren't in shape. So they're fucking around. They're just going from one guy to the next, trying to make them laugh and shit. And I'm like, we're all kind of just trying to chill and wait till we get on stage. Like, maybe save that for after prejudging. So I don't think, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think it's class dependent, like men's physique or classic. I think it's just certain people at certain times.
Well, I said depending on how they act.
Yeah. But as far as the class itself, I don't think any of us look down at any other classes.
I think when men's physique started, we all were kind of like, we can all say that, but now, no.
I think you're right. I think when it started, bodybuilding,
absolutely, we all, because I did. I was like, really?
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like I'm friends with a lot of those guys.
Yeah, I don't think I know too many of them at all. But I'm like, if that's your thing, that's cool. It's not my thing, but I don't like look down at them. I'm just like,
at least they're in the fucking gym, training and doing something.
My biggest gripe with men's physique is that I know they train hard, and I know a lot of them train legs, and I'm like, why would you want to do that when you could do classic?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're already like training legs and you already train hard, and they diet the same way we do, they have to get as shredded as we do. All that shit's the same. Why wear the shorts?
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
At least wear like some sort of like boxer brief.
I don't know.
Legs.
I just feel like if you're going to be doing the same kind of work, you might as well show it off, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
I think in the beginning, when bodybuilders were probably more outspoken about it, I think a lot of bodybuilders were threatened by it.
Well, because I think the outpour of numbers of people that were coming out to compete in those classes compared to bodybuilding was crazy. There was like what, 15-1? It was like.
Do you think bodybuilders felt like it was going to hurt our side of things?
I don't think so, because I don't like those people. This is going to sound like a fucking dickheaded statement no matter how it comes out. The people that are in men's physique, like, want to be where they're at, so they would never have been good bodybuilders, because if that's where they want to be, then they're not going to put in the effort to make it to the bodybuilding stage, or they just might not have the genetic makeup to.
Or they might not want to.
Or they might not want to.
Yeah.
So a lot of guys don't want to be 300 plus pounds.
That's why that class fits a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I think is good about it? This is a major plus, I think. Those people bring in a lot of fans to watch them. And
I call those classes like Kickstarters. Like
no, I know. But let's say like, you know, ex-pro men's physique guy brings in 4 or 5 family members. That family member has never heard of Chris Bumstead or Breon or Nick Walker or whatever. So it's like now they've all of a sudden exposed a whole bunch of new fans to the other classes. So it kind of helps us in a way.
Yeah. I don't think it hurts. I mean, it brings, if you're selling tickets and bringing people into the stage, stop it. And bringing people into the stands, and you then you're doing something positive for the sport.
Guy, is that a video camera behind you?
Yes.
Why do you have a video?
It's not has 6 different. It's got my security cameras on it.
I know you have like video surveillance around your house.
Yeah, I got 6 cameras.
That's all right. Do you feel a need for that?
I mean, yeah. There's like people breaking the cars and shit around here.
You're like me. I have like a whole fuckload of cameras on my house too. But
I have 5 outside and 1 inside.
I don't have any inside.
I have 1 inside above where my dogs are when I'm not home.
Mm-hmm.
So I can keep an eye on them.
Nick, do you have any cameras in your house?
Nope.
Nick's like, I'll fuck them up if they come to my house. I don't need cameras.
Yeah.
It's like an adult bam.
All right. Chinese or Indian takeaway? Which one are you choosing?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Chinese or Indian food? Which one are you choosing for delivery?
Chinese. Wait a minute.
Indian.
Wait.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Nick. What are you saying?
I said Chinese, but I might have to pick Indian as well.
Well, you can change your opinion. And it's not like it's not like carved in stone because you said it.
It's all right.
I do like
you choose. Fuad's going to try to switch you anyway, so be prepared.
No,
Indian's really good.
I don't like Indian food that much. I haven't had that much of it. I've only had it a couple times, but it's too spicy for me.
There's too many suspect things I've read about Chinese places getting caught doing very strange things that make me I never eat Chinese food. Never.
Yeah, I don't feel that way about it.
Oh, man, I've literally seen news articles. Oh, God.
Well, I don't know where you live, but we have like better laws here, I guess. Nobody's doing that shit here.
You guys overcook your red meat. I can't say anything to you guys.
I don't overcook my red meat. What are you talking about? It's half red.
You guys cook for well done.
Who cooks it well done? What are you talking about?
I was in fucking Toronto and I won the show and I ordered a fucking burger. I went to pick it up and I was like, "Oh, sorry, ma'am, I didn't tell you how I wanted the burger cooked. And I get it medium rare." And she goes, "No." And I go, "What do you mean no?" She goes, "It's a law. We're not allowed to cook red meat anything but well done." I go, "Are you serious?"
Yeah, it's kind of a health hazard.
So why did you look at me like I was fucking saying something you never heard of?
Because I didn't know you were talking about a burger. Like, yeah, burgers are cooked all the way through. Who the fuck eats raw meat? Like raw burger meat?
What the fuck, bro? You see, it's ground beef.
Yeah, but who eats raw burger? Nick, do you eat raw burgers?
I get my burgers medium rare.
I get my burgers medium.
I get my burgers done.
Here, you get your burgers dumb.
Done.
Bro, bro, that's like eating a fucking goddamn hockey puck.
No,
bro.
It's not. No, it's
like
not.
leather.
It's not the same thing.
Oh, this is a poll. If you put up, I'll bet my right testicle I'll bury you.
Okay, wait.
Put up a fucking dirt burger post.
Wait a minute. My steak, I eat medium rare because it's a steak. It's different. It has to be medium rare.
It's different. He's going to say the red meat that's ground is different than the red meat that's
the burger meat.
Do you like burgers?
I'm going to explain why. The burger meat. Because
right, explain why to a butcher. Please go ahead. I'll wait.
The burger meat is a lot fattier and tender and juicier. You don't need to fucking do medium rare. The steak will get dry and tough if you cook it all the way through. A burger won't.
So you were trying to tell me that a fucking ribeye is a ribeye, or let's say
when you cook a steak well done, you ruin it. It ruins the flavor.
But what I'm saying is you just said a burger that a 93% lean ground beef burger is fattier than a fucking steak.
Who eats 93%? That's not at Five Guys. They're not using 93% fat fucking lean or whatever. They're not using a 5% beef or whatever.
They use 80%.
Yeah, that's gonna be juicy and fucking tender anyway. It's 20% fat.
Bro, it's not the juicy that you eat well done is not the juicy that I eat medium rare.
When you go to Five Guys, they cook it all the way through. They don't cook it fucking rare.
If I go to a place where I don't have a choice, they cook it how they cook it. But if I go out and I get asked, sir, how do you want your burger done? Medium rare. That
never happens at it only happens at restaurants.
Yeah.
Like sit down restaurants.
What the fuck are you getting at? And at my house when I cook a burger.
I'm saying when you go to Five Guys, it's cooked.
If I go to McDonald's, I don't get a preference of how I get my fucking cheap ass shitty burger cooked. Sorry. No, when I go to fucking dollar menu, I'm not getting asked of what temperature my burger.
What I'm trying to say to you is a steak will be dry and shitty when it's cooked all the way through. A burger will not.
They're both taste like fucking asshole.
No, it's different.
Yes, they do. Fouad. Well done meat tastes like shit.
Let Nick speak. He knows what he's talking about.
You need to take that back.
What? Me?
Five Guys burgers do not taste like asshole.
Yeah, see?
No, but
You're wrong, guys.
I'm talking about. Okay, hold on. Nick, answer this. I'm talking about a restaurant. I'm not talking about a fast food burger.
Oh yeah, at a restaurant.
If you get a regular ground beef burger from a restaurant, like a thick fucking burger that's well done, is that going to be the ones that come from the fucking fast food places? They're not.
Well done is gross though. That's not done. That's well done. I don't like well done. I'm just like it done.
Done is brown through and through.
Done is medium.
So say medium. Who says done?
This argument would have been saved 20 minutes ago, you idiot.
No, because you're saying well done, and that's not. Nobody eats well done. Well done's gross.
That's what the fucking lady said in Toronto. She said we can't serve it unless it's well done. She didn't go. We can't serve it unless it's done. No shit, bitch.
Well done is dry. Done is not dry.
I've been saying well done since Jump Street.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Oh shit.
What's after medium? Is medium's not brown all the way. Medium has a little bit of pink, right?
It's medium, then it goes well done.
There's rare, medium, and well done. That's it. That's all I know. Yeah. I don't know. There's not a done and then a well done.
When you get
I'm gonna say that next time I go to a restaurant, like I want my burger done.
They would go like this. What?
When you go to Five Guys, you get a burger, it's medium.
Yeah, that because fat places like that, that's standard.
Yeah, and I'm saying that's delicious.
It's a junk, shitty, garbage burger. I'm talking about if I go down to a restaurant.
How dare you say that about Five Guys? How dare you?
Sorry. Consider it a fucking gourmet burger?
It's not gourmet, but it's real meat.
It is real meat.
Okay, but if you go out to a regular fucking place and order a gourmet burger,
yeah.
If you get that well done or whatever the fuck is disgusting. Yeah. The next time somebody asks me, goes, "How do you want to cook?" Everything in life, I'm gonna go. Can I get it done?
Just say done.
Done.
Good.
I want it.
How did we start talking about this? We're talking about Chinese food and Indian food. How the fuck do we get?
How do you like your eggs? Can I get my eggs? Can I get my eggs done? How do you want your toast? Done.
Guy, where's your favorite place to get a gourmet burger?
I like Stagehouse. That's like third. It's in a Somerset.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stagehouse is awesome.
Okay.
I don't even have a gourmet burger favorite place.
There's places all over, right?
I know that. I just don't. I don't really recall. I don't usually.
You can have gourmet burger places when you cook your burgers. Done.
I don't go to fucking fine dining restaurants and order a burger.
Who said I? First of all, I didn't say I wear a suit to order a burger.
I'm just saying, when I go to a restaurant and order a burger, I order a fucking steak or like something good. Like I want a burger, I go to Five Guys. What's that, Nick?
I normally get a burger if I go to a restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I normally go to a restaurant. I normally get fish.
Really?
What?
I love getting fish when I go out.
Of all things on a menu, you get fish?
Yeah, I love getting fish when I go out.
No.
Nick's disgusted.
I love fish. I love fish.
If I was gonna eat, You know what? The only thing I get fish wise at a restaurant is probably sea bass.
Oh, Chilean sea bass or swordfish or fucking mahi mahi.
I mean, that obviously doesn't include sushi, but
sushi. I love fish. Like I could do like scallops and clams and oyster. I could do that all day.
So if you go to a restaurant with really good steak, really good chicken, and really good fish, you're going to get fish.
Fish every time.
Nick, what about you? You're going to get a burger.
Yeah.
They have good burgers, good steak, good chicken, good fish. You get a burger?
Get a burger.
I usually get a steak.
I'm going to tell you why. I try to get stuff that I can't make as good as the restaurant. And I can make steak very good, burgers very good, chicken very good. Fish is very hard to do very good.
See, I'm the same way, but I feel like I can't ever make a steak as good as like a really good steakhouse.
Listen, you need to fucking fly your little Canadian ass to fucking. I fire up my Weber every single fucking night and grill either skirt steak or ribeye or something.
If you could invent a brand new, never seen before gym equipment, what would it be?
A what? A gym equipment?
If you could invent a brand new piece of equipment for a gym that's never been seen before, what would it be?
Oh shit! I gotta think about it.
I just got some. I ordered 4 new pieces for my gym. Actually,
What'd you order?
I got they haven't come in yet, but I got a T-bar. I got a supported T-bar row. What kind? It's like it's like an Icarian Cybex knockoff.
Okay.
There's a company here in Toronto, near where I live in Toronto, that kind of make their own brand, but all their stuff is very similar to Cybex. So I'm like, cool, I like it.
Cool.
So I got that. I got a Cybex sit down chest press, like the selectorized one with the pins.
Yep.
Okay.
And I got a Cybex selectorized military press, shoulder press. So I got those 4, and then I got a Cybex power rack on the way too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Big fucking cage.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I just worked out a deal with this company in Washington because I wanted iron plates. You know how hard it is to find iron plates now?
Extremely.
Everybody's doing rubber or iron covered with polyurethane or whatever the fuck it's called. And I'm like, no, I just want iron plates.
To me, nothing feels the same as iron. I
think it, it's not.
And I like the sound of it and the clanking and the noise, like, and the dropping of the weights. Like, I need that physical sound.
Yeah. What's that, Nick?
I think iron plates are just heavier.
I don't think they're heavier. I think the rubber, 45 pounds is 45 pounds, but I think
it feels different.
I just feel like if you're going to have a gym and you want it to feel a certain way, that shit goes a long way. Like little things like iron plates instead of rubber and stuff like that. And I won't
use the iron plates because it destroys the fucking floor if you don't mat the floor properly.
Yeah.
And matting is very expensive. So if you cheap out on the matting, you start cracking the fucking foundation, the cement floor underneath.
Yeah, I'm willing to take that chance though. Like I'm going to try and get some good rubber flooring because the gym is my own personal passion project. So I'm like, I don't want a fucking gym with rubber plates. So my gym's not going to have rubber plates. You know what I mean?
I would say I would have rubber plates for certain things, but I would definitely have, like, my gym that I train at, there's like maybe 20 rubber plates, but everything else is iron. Like the rubber plates play like there's like platforms for the rubber plates for like cleaning and shit, and like popping them. There's a reason for them.
Yeah, there's another gym I trained at. There's a Worlds in Mississauga, like near where I live, where they bought extra thick platforms, and the sides are actually like they spring a little bit.
Yep.
So like if you're doing a deadlift and you drop it, it's not like crashing on the floor. It kind of crashes on a softer mat.
Yep.
So I would just do that with iron plates. That way it's kind of got extra coverage. So anyway, I got some iron plates coming. So they're coming together. I'm excited. But
exciting.
What would you guys invent if you could invent something?
I would invent most of the things that I hear people that have fucking, like, I have bad shoulders. I would try to find a chest or a shoulder press that somehow takes your fucking somehow a way to where you can press, but not like external or internal rotating your shoulders so much. So because I have a lot of pain in my shoulders all the time.
Yeah. I got a good one. Close. You know that, and I know people think this is really stupid, but you know that video of Reagan doing pullovers on the lying leg curl?
Yeah.
I tried it it fucking works really, really well. Like,
Does it? I've never.
Nick, I'm telling you, man, you look like a retard getting on a lying leg curl like that way. But for some reason, it targets your serratus muscle.
It's probably because of the way it stretches your arms back.
It's absolutely like dead on the area where you're trying to hit. Because you know when you do it with a dumbbell, sometimes you get a little too much chest or you get a little too much lat.
Well, it depends on how much you bend your elbow.
Right. But when you're doing it on a lying leg curl, you have no choice. It's like it just targets the exact spot. Huh. So I think I would invent a machine for that so that I don't look like a retard trying to do it on a lying leg curl.
I like that idea.
Right. And the other thing I think gyms should have more of, you know, those dumbbell racks that you can pull towards the bench?
Yes.
Yes.
I've seen a couple people post those, but they're so few in gyms.
Because it's like it takes up so much space.
Does it really though? They're just on a little roller.
Yeah, and it's also, I think that also promotes like training by yourself. And I think gyms want to promote spotters.
Yeah, I guess.
Safety.
I'm going to try and look those up for my gym, man, because you know what? Stuff like shoulder press. I've seen guys get injured trying to hoist up like 120s for a shoulder press.
See, that's why I won't. I always throw up one and then I have somebody hand me the other one. I don't do that shit no more.
I don't even do heavy shoulder press for that reason. I can't. You know, the one thing I've always had trouble with, you know, when you fucking just hoist up from your knee to your shoulder?
Yeah.
I've always had trouble with that. So the heaviest I've ever gone on shoulder press is like 100-pound dumbbells.
Huh.
So I want those things so I can pull them close to the bench and just tip back. Right? Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but I got to look those up. Anyway, if all land animals had a last man standing fight, who would win?
Land animals?
I'm going to go with bear.
I'm going to go with lion.
Bear.
Lion.
Damn it. I was going to say lion.
I think a bear would kill a fucking lion in a heartbeat.
I think you're an idiot wrapped in a moron, but hey, we all have.
No. There's no fucking way.
Let Google.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick an elephant.
That's actually not a bad one.
Yeah,
I feel like an elephant can fuck shit up.
Minus the fact that it's not very as fast as a lion. And it has a nose and not really big fangs or teeth.
Can a bear beat a lion? Considering the unavoidable size difference between the two, the bear should be a hot favorite to win any battle with a lion. The average grizzly bear can easily tip the scales at 660 pounds, making it well over a third heavier than a large lion at 400 pounds. There you go. That's why I picked it, actually, because it's fucking way bigger. One swat would end the lion's life.
All right, can we stop with the first fucking thing we say? Is
no, that's it, guys. Sorry. That's it.
Little do we know, though, those are like little fucking things that Fouad put online.
No, it's from africafreak.com.
There's not. I should call my father. Out of the blue.
Do it. Phone a friend. Get some help.
I'm gonna do.
No. All right, you're going elephant?
I'm going elephant.
Let me see. 1 sec.
I wonder if you could Google what is like the toughest land animal. I wonder if you could Google that.
Win in a fight between a bear and an elephant. Let's see here.
Oh, look at the bracket. It's like an NBA bracket. The lion's gone already.
Who would win in a fight between a bear and an elephant? Nothing can beat a full-grown elephant except another elephant or a human with a big rifle. An elephant will never lose any fight. Yeah,
that is the dumbest thing I've ever read.
I think
this proves that your fucking Canadian Google is fucking an idiot.
Canadian Google.
Here's another one. Could a bear kill an elephant? Here we go. Let's see. A bear is certainly capable of hurting an elephant, but it's not strong enough to put it down. The elephant, on the other hand, can do whatever it pleases with a bear. Elephants are known to push over.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, this is the dumbest.
That's two, man. That's two. That's two. I'm sorry. Like Nick wins.
About to your bear, my bitch.
Oh, okay. What can beat an elephant? What can beat an elephant? Click that.
Nothing, man.
No, go down. Go down. It's right there.
Where?
What can beat an elephant? Right there.
Let's see.
Lions.
This makes zero fucking sense. I just destroyed both of you idiots.
Wait a minute. This I know actually for a fact. A lion will usually hunt a baby elephant. They won't hunt a full-grown elephant.
Yeah, I'm talking about full grown. I'm not talking about babies.
Yeah.
Wait.
So I win.
It typically takes 7 lionesses to kill an elephant, but just 2 males could do the same. So 1 male couldn't take down an elephant.
Yeah, you gotta jump me, guy.
Even a single male can overpower. This is what I said. Even a single male can overpower a young elephant, but not a full size one. So Nick wins, man.
That's weird.
Nick, what is it weird that Nick won, or is it weird that elephants are the strongest?
Weird that Nick chose that and he won. How's that? For weird and weirder.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
I feel like you tip him off before these fucking shows.
I did. Yeah, I did. I called him and I said, "Hey, pick elephant." Have you guys had any gyno surgery? You guys haven't had gyno surgery, have you? Nope. I had gyno surgery when I was like 25.
Really?
I think I was 25. Yeah. It was just starting though, so I didn't have to be like. They actually didn't put me to sleep.
Oh,
really? You felt it?
No, they froze the area. They didn't just like lay me there. Fucking.
Dude, no way.
They froze the area like really, really well, and then they removed the excess fucking breast tissue or whatever the fuck is the gynecomastia.
Remove it while you fucking injecting anesthesia into me because not happening.
It didn't even. I didn't feel anything. Like I really didn't.
Did you watch?
No, they had like a sheet like right here.
Oh,
but I could the light that was above me has like a chrome housing.
Yeah.
And I could see the reflection in the chrome. So I couldn't make it out fully, but I could kind of see what they were doing.
Really? Oh.
It was pretty cool. Didn't bother me. It was like
pretty cool. That's
I put your fucking deer. I can't nope. Dude, when I get my teeth worked on, like when I had to get a tooth pulled, I made my mother work for an oral surgeon. I made her put the gas mask on me. I'm like, absolutely not. Nope.
How do you butcher deer then? How the fuck are you like? I don't understand the two things.
I'm not sitting there fucking cut open watching somebody fucking with shit inside. No, that's psychotic. No.
I think that shit's cool, man.
When I got my epidurals, they were like, "Do you want to be knocked?" Yep.
Really?
Yep. No, you're not injecting me, and like God forbid I move the wrong way because I'm up. No, knock me the fuck out.
I guess. Didn't bother me. Would you let your children get into bodybuilding?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would.
Like I wouldn't put it on him, but
listen, I would let my child.
Wait, you're both talking at the same time. Somebody go first. Nick, go first.
I wouldn't push it on him, but if he chose that path, I'm not going to tell him he can't.
Yeah. What about you, Guy?
Same. I would try to help him best I could.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do. I really don't. It's a tough one.
Picture like if like I could never picture going up to my dad being like, I want to be a bodybuilder. He'd be like, no, that's stupid.
Well, my oldest brother is kind of like a father figure to me because he's like 12 years older than me.
Yeah.
And my dad was like way older. So my dad was like almost, it's weird. Anyway, my oldest brother is like kind of a mentor, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tried to talk me out of it. He's like, don't do that shit. It's stupid. Now he's obviously not saying that, but
yeah, but that's a brother. That's different. Like I could say that to my brother.
Yeah.
I could say that to my brother. I'd be like, Anthony, don't do that. You're a fucking idiot.
This is why it's tough to say. When I see like Hunter Labrada and his dad together,
they look like they're having a blast.
Or if I see like Chad Nichols and his sons like benching and shit together and all that.
They are strong as shit.
Those two are strong as fuck, right? Yeah. So when I see them together, I'm like, yeah, that would be really fucking awesome. But then on the flip side of it, when I think about all the
shit
trials and tribulations you have to go through to become successful as a bodybuilder, I'm like, do I want better for my kid?
I think
because I think like, isn't the point of having a kid so that they're better than you are? Yeah. It's like, don't you want your kids to always be better than you?
My kids can be a bodybuilder and be more successful than me.
No, but I mean, I'm not saying be better bodybuilders. I'm saying just better in every way. Isn't that what you want for your kids?
Yeah. But if my kid chooses to fucking pursue a passion that he loves, who am I to fucking tell him no?
You know, it's really weird. I love bodybuilding and it's given me everything in life. And I'm not saying anything negative about it. And I honestly don't know what I would do. Maybe I would be like, cool, let's go to the gym together. But at the same time, I'm like, not that many people make a living at this shit.
No.
You have to be someone.
You have to excel in some way or
There are
another.
Mr. Olympias that fucking people don't even talk about.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Huh?
do I want my child to go through the same struggles, or do I want better for him? That's kind of where my thought process would be.
But you have to look at it like as long as they're going through struggles that you might be able to fucking guide them and help them with. Whereas if they do something else and go through struggles that you don't know anything about, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but there are calculated risks that you could take that have less struggles than others.
Yeah, but when you're young, you don't fucking think like that. You do what you want to do.
No, but that's what a father is for, right? You steer your kid where the least amount of struggle is going to be.
Yeah, but if you've never done something, you don't know the struggles that come with it.
What I'm trying to say is this. If you're a dad and your goal in life is just choose a path for your child or help your child choose a path that's going to be best for him, do you choose something where there's a lot of risk involved, whether it be financial risk, whether it be health risk, whether it be, or do you choose a path where you're like, look, man, if you stay in school, you can go this way and you could be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer.
I don't know. My parents never did that with me.
They didn't do that.
Me
Well,
neither. What if
Like I went to college.
doesn't go to school?
wait a minute. One person go. What were you gonna say, Guy?
I said when I started college, I went into college as an undeclared major. I didn't know what I wanted to do. My parents weren't like, well, what about this? What about this? They were like, figure it out.
But did they push school?
No.
My parents.
My brother didn't finish college.
No, I don't mean push it like you got to go to school or else you're a piece of shit. I mean, like, did they kind of try and guide you towards going to school?
High school or college?
Both.
High school, it was like there's what you have. There's no choice.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
I wanted to go to college because I wanted to play college football. So
Okay.
there's no
There's
pushing.
no pushing. Yeah.
You know, like I could say I got pushed a little bit to play football.
Yeah.
I definitely did by my father. My father gave me a little push to play, but it wasn't that I didn't want to play. I was scared because I was small. I was just small. I'm still small.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Nick, what about you? Was there any push to do anything?
No, my parents knew I wasn't going to go to school. I never even took my SATs.
But not just school. Was there a push to do anything? Like, were they trying to guide you in any way at all, or no?
No, they just wanted me to do what I wanted to
Made
do.
you happy, yeah.
Like
You went to
my mom
you went to high school, right?
stopped playing baseball.
What's that, Nick?
My mom was very upset when I stopped playing baseball.
Is it because
But
you
she
started?
thought-
Is it because you started something and stopped it, or is it because she wanted you to play baseball?
It was probably because I started something and I stopped.
Yeah. My
She thought
parents.
I was good, and she thought I could have, went somewhere with that, but I just got bored of it.
Yeah, my parents didn't. My parents always told me that school was important, but they never pushed me to do one thing or the other. They just said, whatever you do your best at it. We don't care what you pick. That's kind of was their thing.
Mine was like, you can either fucking go to college or find a job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right out of high school.
It's a really tough question for me. I think at the end of the day, the bottom line is if my kid's heart was dead set on it, I wouldn't tell him no.
Exactly.
But all through his childhood, I would probably try and persuade him maybe a different way. Yeah.
Why don't you go golf? A lot more money, a lot less fucking damage on your body.
What's that?
Golfing.
Yeah. Go be a golfer. There's way more money you can win, way more sponsorship.
I got a lot of ass.
Big name sponsorships. I don't know. It's a tough question. To what extent would you say bodybuilding has affected your relationship with food? Would you classify yourself as having an eating disorder at any stage in your career? Yes, 1,000%.
I would say I appreciate food a lot more because when you restrict yourself from certain things for so long, when you eat it, you're like, oh,
yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say like after a show, do you feel like you have an eating disorder? Yeah, but like it's like in phases because like I go from like off season where like I hate eating, and then I start dieting and I'm still stuffed, and then like the further in my diet, I'm starving. By the end of my diet, I can eat everything in sight. My diet gets over, I could devour 10 meals a day, and then 4 weeks later, I'm like, I hate eating.
Okay, but that's my point. That's my point. This is why I think I have an eating disorder. You know those guys that like just eat pretty clean, They do kind of like, if it fits your macros, they eat when they're hungry. They don't force feed anything, and they're just in shape all year long.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever be one of those people. I'm either not eating, I'm eating junk, or I'm eating perfect. There's no like in between for me. Nobody.
Really?
So when you fall off the fucking wagon, you just with the wheels are off. You just go fucking garbage eating.
Back real quick.
What's that, Nick?
I can get back on track real quick.
No, I can get back on track. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
he's saying he's not going to have like a clean breakfast and lunch and then have like a protein shake and a shitty dinner. He said he's going to eat garbage. He's going to eat garbage all day.
No. That's not what I mean. I mean, like,
well, that's what I.
How can I put it?
Oh, I would.
How about take a person like Greg Doucette, right? Greg Doucette is a good physique. He's lean.
Yeah.
He eats all sorts of different foods, and he stays in shape all the time. I don't think I could do that. I'm either eating a bodybuilding menu, or I'm eating like 2 meals a day.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
There's no like I'm eating like a normal.
You said you're either eating perfect, eating shit, or not eating.
When I say shit, I mean like 2 meals a day, right?
I thought you meant like absolute like candy, garbage, cookies, ice cream.
No, I meant like after I tore my tricep, there'd be days where I'd eat like twice in that day.
Oh, the same thing with my shoulders.
And one of the meals was like just complete shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would do that for a month, and I'd be like, okay, I got to get back on track. And then it would be back to like a 6 meals a day. Like there was never an in between where it was just healthy.
This off season, I ate five clean meals a day, and then at night I just went off the wagon every night.
Yeah, but that to me is not normal.
What? Not off the wagon, but I would eat like cereal, or like I would just eat whatever the fuck I wanted, like my last meal. Like, what do I want?
Do you think you could go to like 4 meals a day, not overeating, not undereating, just staying in shape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that looks like personally. I'm like, yeah, I don't, for me, it's always one extreme or the next.
Well, that's because bodybuilding is one extreme or the next.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. That's why I think it's an
like for me, like after a show, after I get a couple days of eating in, I'm like, I'm good. I go back to eating just plain Jane.
Yeah. Would you guys ever consider an entire episode talking about the drugs in the sport? I think so many people watch and listen to the podcast, and when you discuss cycles, etc., that so much info flies over their heads because they don't understand. I think it would be awesome to just get an explanation of everything and why certain things are used and when, not with personal opinion, but just the facts and experience. I'm going to take that one because I'm just going to say none of us are pharmacology experts. So there's no way we can explain exactly what all the drugs do, and
we can explain what they do for us, but that doesn't help anybody.
I can explain to you how I feel when I'm on certain drugs, but that doesn't mean I'm qualified to give.
Yeah, but the way you feel on it too might not be the way I feel on it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying we're not qualified to give that kind of advice. There's people out there that have channels that are from pharmacology people. Like I could have Dr. Dean back on the podcast. He's a chemist, or what's his? He's not a PhD in pharmacology, but he has a PhD in biology, I think. I can't remember what it is, but he's qualified to talk about these kind of things. I don't think either of us three are qualified to.
No, I don't think a lot of these bodybuilders that have podcasts that constantly talk about drugs is a smart thing to do. But
well, I've talked about drugs a lot on this show, but
no, I didn't say that. I said that.
Yeah. No, I know. But I always preface it by telling people this is just what I did, what worked for me.
Yeah.
We're not capable of giving the proper advice to people in that sense. It's a serious thing to take gear, and you should ask somebody who really knows what they're talking about, not just your local pro.
Well, what do you tell people when they ask you like if they should start? I always tell them, I'm like, that's a moral choice you got to make. Okay,
if it's somebody I know that needs help,
somebody that just reaches out to you like, hey, I'm thinking about getting I'm hiring you as a coach. I'm thinking about starting a fucking cycle.
Look, I'll tell you this. I have a friend actually who just asked me recently. This just happened to me actually last week. He said, look, I think I want to dabble in some shit. What do you think I should do? And my advice to him was like, look, just start with like a tab of Anavar a day. Just start with one tab of Anavar a day. See how you feel. Do it for a month. Do it for 2 months. See how it goes. If you like how you feel or you want to go to the next step, then you can try using like a shot of test a week or something like that.
Yeah.
That's my fucking limit Do you know what I mean? Like after that, all I can do is tell you what things worked for me, not what you should do.
So do you tell people they should do it, or you tell?
Oh, you mean if somebody asked me if they should do gear?
That's what I'm asking.
Oh, sorry.
Like I've had people ask, you know, do you think I should start taking gear? And I'm like, that's a moral decision you got to make. Like I can't make that. I tell everybody, I cannot make that decision for you. Don't ask me because I'll never tell you what to do.
What I tell people is if you have a reason. I said, is there a valid reason? Because it's kind of a serious thing. Like,
yeah, but okay, let me ask you a question. When you started taking, was there a valid reason besides, was bodybuilding back then a valid reason? Because I don't think bodybuilding as an amateur is a valid reason to take drugs. I'm not saying I didn't do it, but
I think it is. If you have a goal to win a show.
Okay, let me ask you, if your kid was asking you, let's fucking switch it around.
If we've already established that my kid wants to be a bodybuilder, then he's going to have to do what bodybuilders do.
But you would tell him that, or you would tell him that he's going to make a decision when he's ready?
No, well, yeah, both of those things. I would say, look, this is what you're going to have to do if you want to win. You need to decide when you're ready to start doing that. You're not going to win.
Was 18 years old and came to you and said, I want to start taking steroids. What would you say?
I would say you're probably still a little young. I'd say, why don't we wait till you're 20? Why don't you get a couple years of training in first, and we'll talk about it again when you're 20 years old.
Lay your nuts at the ground a little bit.
Yeah, I just feel like 18's too. I feel like I started when I was 20.
I started when I was 18.
Yeah, I don't think it's wrong to start when you're 18, but if he's just coming to me at 18 saying I'm just starting to work out, I would say, well, let's work out for a couple of years natural first, and then we'll talk about it. That's what I would tell my kid.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
But yeah, I don't know. When a random person comes up to me and says, should I use it? I'd say, if there's a valid reason and you've already thought about it, then, if you want to compete, the reason I use the word compete is not because I think people who compete are allowed to and nobody else is. I just think you're not really competing with these guys if you're not doing what they're doing.
Agreed.
So if you want to compete and you want to actually
have an even playing field.
Yeah, if you want to be on an even playing field, then you got to do what everybody else is doing. That's just the way it is. Or if you have a dilemma with it, then do the natural shows, and that way you can avoid it altogether.
Yep.
There's no right answer, man. It's a personal decision.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it's like if a girl says, "Should I get my tits done?" Like, there's no actual answer.
Nick's like, yeah.
I mean, other than yes, you could say yes. It's like,
yeah. Of course you should.
Cook my meals, do anal. Huh?
You got a lot of respect for those three.
I told you
those three needs, Nick.
You know what? I'm going to say this to the people that watch your podcast.
Yes.
That actually reached out to me and said they understood my butthole comment. I just want to say thank you.
What? That everybody's got a butthole?
Yes. People actually reach out to, like, you know what?
I totally understood your comment. I just disagreed with it.
I know, but some people were like, I agree with you. Like, I know what, and I was like, okay, thank you.
Somebody said to me, so I was watching the podcast with a friend. He's like, I want to put it on because people were talking about it. So I put it on for him. And we just watched that piece. And he goes, because you were saying I pick vagina. And he goes, nope, nobody picks vagina. Everybody picks the butthole. And I'm like, no. Actually, it's 50-50 from my experience. Half the guys I've met are like vagina. Half the guys I've met are like butthole. So
I mean, been there, done that with both. So I have a preference.
No, I know. I'm just saying it's not a cut and dry argument for anybody.
No, it's not. Yeah, but my point was everybody has a butthole.
I know. You made that point already. I know. What age did you all lose your virginity? I think Nick's going to say like 12.
Nick's like, I was 10. I had a 27-year-old girlfriend.
Nick's like, I was 10. I had an 18-year-old babysitter. I banged her. Nick, how old are you? 15, 20?
I was 14.
Okay, that's pretty average. How old are you, Guy?
I was either 17 or 18. I was older.
I was 17.
It was either 7. It was right before I graduated high school, so it was 7.
I got started late. How old? So you were 14. How old was the girl, Nick?
She was a senior in high school.
So like 17, 18?
17.
How many? So she was your first. How many guys had she been with? Do you know?
I don't know.
You didn't. You fucking don't. You know. You asked her for sure. You must.
Well, no, actually. So this is another
How
funny
many penises have you had?
No, this is another funny story. So hopefully none of the family members on that side watch it. But so it was actually my friend's sister, right?
Oh my God, Nick, just stop waiting.
You got to understand. No, listen. So we were all, good. We were all good friends, and she had this boyfriend. He was a little whack job. No one really liked him.
Oh yeah, you're saying. Go ahead.
And then she, I think he like cheated on her with another girl. So she started texting me, venting to me about it, and she was like, we should hang out, make him jealous. We should hang out, and I'm like, yeah, cool, let's hang out.
Mm.
So we hung out, and then like my friend, who her brother was like, you do your thing, and I'm like, I really didn't know what they were talking about at first because I didn't know which direction they were going.
Yeah.
So when I went to the house, he was with his girl. They left the room. She grabbed me by the hand, guided me up the steps, and she was just like, "Lay down," and I was like, "Okay."
And it was the longest 2 minutes of your life.
How long was it, Nick?
No.
Tell the truth.
No. I swear to God, this is no lie. This is no lie because this is not how it goes down now. It's a lot quicker now. I won't even lie.
Okay.
But this was the first time I fucked. Literally lasted, I don't know how fucking long, but she got so bored herself because she was just riding me the whole time. She was like, you can come at any moment now. And I'm like, I'm not feeling it. Like I don't feel it. It's not the tingling sensation in the bird. It's not happening.
That's cool.
So eventually,
that's called herpes.
Wait a minute. What? Wait a minute. How's that possible? Your first time? Were you nervous? Were you scared?
I was nervous.
So you couldn't
Probably
bust.
had like a half chub.
Oh no, I had a full chub.
Was it? It was like a. What's the saying? Shoot and pull the rope. Was that what it was like? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah, kind of just pulling it out.
No, serious. Like, I don't know. Understand? Like, my first time was fucking 2 minutes.
Wait, I thought about something. But how easy? Like he said, 14. He's like, the girl was texting. Dude, when I was fucking 14, I was fucking writing notes and passing them in school.
I know.
You motherfuckers have no idea what it's like trying to pull tail back into fucking heyday, bro.
Yeah, it's got to be really easy for you.
Yeah, you motherfuckers get it easy. You fucking take your phones away, you're going to get in no play, bitch. No play, you get zero.
Wait a minute. I'm happy you're on this podcast. I can ask you now. It's got to be fucking really easy with like Tinder and fucking all these different fucking platforms.
You can't get laid or something seriously wrong.
Yeah, like I imagine it's probably like fucking nothing. Like how many?
Like for these kids nowadays, if you can't get laid, it's insane.
Nick can't say anything though because he's in a half relationship.
That actually came up on the phone today with somebody, and they're like, Nick's conversation about having it, and I go, we got him. I said because we asked him if he got a Christmas gift for anybody. He said yes. I'm like, so he's in a relationship.
It's a half relationship.
I go, it was 50-50 until we asked him a question, and it was 100-0.
Why is it not a direct yes, Nick? That's what I want to know.
I want to know why he's still with you. It's not
listen, man, we're just complications.
He's just having some fun right now, right? All right. How old were you guys? You were 17 or 18?
Yeah.
How old was the girl?
Around the same age.
Was she your first and you were her first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good for you, buddy.
Was it fast? Was it fast?
Probably like 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's like long for me now.
I don't know. I have like it depends on the day.
Winded.
When you say 10, when people I have a question.
I mean 10 from like starting to fuck, not starting from like
That was my question.
So, I know exactly where you were going.
Somebody says I fucked for an hour.
That's dick and vagina or butthole.
I'm calling that guy. I'm calling bullshit on that guy because he's probably talking about from the first kiss to the bust.
I'm calling like, as soon as dick enters something.
I know you are, but I'm saying most.
Yeah, there's no way I'm for an hour. It's
like if a guy says to you, "Hey, guy, I banged this girl for a fucking hour," I think that's bullshit because the intercourse part was probably 10 minutes.
You tell me you've never banged a chick, stopped, did other things, started banging her again, did other things, started banging her again.
Yeah.
Pulled it out, did other things. That, to me,
But when I go tell somebody, I'm not like, I banged for 4 hours. That's not accurate.
That's who does that.
A lot of guys do that shit.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
I mean, I'll go for like an hour or two, but like, nobody consistently fucks straight through unless it's like 10 minutes and you're done.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
So people should just say 10 minutes. Shouldn't say
I like to fucking strap up the boots and go to war. I mean, I like to have some fun a while.
For 10 minutes.
No.
You said 10 minutes.
I said if you're just fucking like if I wake up in the morning and just want to have sex rate, like just sex and be done.
Sit out for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
When you go to war,
Wow.
How long is the intercourse during war? That's what
Probably an hour and a half ish.
That's so serious.
Probably an hour and a half.
When you go to war.
Well,
I didn't say it. He said it.
what?
He's like, I'm being serious. I said, go to war. I'm like, that's his terminology, not mine.
When I strap up the boots and go to war, bro.
You're okay. So when you strap up the boots and you go to war.
I'm very aggressive. Sorry.
Okay, but that intercourse is an hour and a half. Is that what you said?
Oh yeah. Easy.
Bullshit.
You want me to film it? Just like Nick did with his fucking peen load?
You just said 10 minutes.
When I talked about filming my shit last episode,
yeah.
If the girl I'm wishy-washy with texted me like, we never done that.
Oh shit.
I'm like, well,
why I say you gotta be careful it flies out of your fucking pie hole.
That's okay. I mean,
this podcast is a trap.
Wait a minute, guy.
We're gonna make it happen.
He turned it around on her. See, now this podcast helped him.
Yeah, now she wants to do it. So guess
now she's felt now she's
and
wait. What is the act in which she wants to do now?
What do you mean?
What does she want to film?
Now she wants
everything.
She wants to do what?
She wants to film the fuck session.
Like everything.
Oh,
the entire. It's like I said, tripod. We go to war, like Guy.
Nick,
or you can just have a security camera.
Say thank you.
Say thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you
for the podcast. You dope.
Thank the podcast for helping your sex life.
Yeah, the podcast. This is a great podcast.
The next one's going to be on bangbus.com with Nick.
At the shows in the pump up room, what muscles do you start pumping up first?
Arms or chest?
Chest,
back, shoulders, arms. Go or back, chest, shoulders, arms. Go biggest to smallest.
Yeah.
What is the strangest or most inappropriate industry interaction in your career?
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the question?
What is the strangest or most inappropriate industry interaction in your career?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
The guy tried to take pictures of my feet so he could, because I had a foot fetish.
I don't think
you never had nothing like that, Nick?
No.
Somebody asked me for pictures of me sticking my stomach out like I was pregnant.
Why?
That's the guy.
That's fucking weird. Do you think that you would be any good if you switched from bodybuilding to CrossFit?
No.
Do you believe someone can change their genetics with hard work and the right combination of training, diet, and gear?
Genetics?
You said change genetics?
Yeah.
No. Muscle makeup, maybe, yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite guns? That would be you, Guy.
Yeah, I love my SIG 226 I got.
Okay.
Or my Falcor AR, I love.
Where would the top 5 90s guys place in this year's Mr. Olympia?
Oh, here we go.
I know. Maybe we should just leave that one alone.
Yeah, let's cancel that question.
Struggling to lose water weight. What are the best options to drop water fast? I don't know what that means. I mean, why are you struggling to lose water weight? Are you going on stage?
Diet teas, asparagus, dandelion root, uva ursa, or just Lasix, diazide, aldactone.
I was going to say diazide, but
if you could choose between commentating on the O or on Rogan, which would you choose?
Rogan.
I'd say Rogan. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one because I think
commentating a bodybuilding contest when you're talking about friends could be a sticky situation.
Yeah, you get a lot of upset people.
Yeah. I have friends that I've talked about that get butthurt, and I'm like, stop it. You're being a fucking baby.
I think being on Rogan would be pretty awesome. I think he's the inspiration for why I started doing this. So,
yeah,
I think, yeah, because I watch that show all the time, and I'm like, you know what? That's why I thought of it. I'm like, this would be pretty cool for bodybuilding. So, yeah, I think that would be cool. I could go fanboy. I'd be like, hey, man, what's up? You're Joe Rogan. And I would tell him, like, he was the reason why I started doing this shit.
Tell him you're Joe Rogan.
What's up, man?
Is there anybody you guys, I don't think I'm a big fanboy type of person, but is there anybody you guys would be a fanboy over?
Jay Cutler.
Oh, fuck. He texted me. I didn't text him back today.
Okay. Jay Cutler. No, seriously, Jay Cutler?
No, I don't know. I've already met him. Probably not. No, honestly.
There's nobody. Like
a
if
big,
if
you say jumping around,
not jumping around like crying like you met the Beatles. I mean, like if like I'm talking like if Arnold Schwarzenegger came up to you and said, "Hey Nick, what's up?" Would you be like intimidated, like holy fuck, that's Arnold, or would you be like, "Cool, what's up?" and give him a pound and walk away?
I wouldn't be intimidated. I'd be pretty hyped though.
I don't mean intimidated in a bad way, like he's gonna fight you. I mean, intimidated, like holy.
Fight with Arnold. I have never met Arnold yet.
So that's kind of a fanboyish thing right there, right?
Yeah, I would pick Arnold then.
What about like The Rock?
See, I met all the guys you're talking about. That's why I'm like,
shut up. No. Why you got to be so hard all the time?
No, there's somebody I would like.
He's like, I already met everybody. I don't give a fuck.
I've already met.
If Arnold came up to you and been like, hey man, let's go chill and fucking have a cigar together and fucking a drink, you'd be like, yeah, I already met that guy. So what?
No, I'd be like, all right. But I wouldn't be like, oh my God.
You wouldn't fucking be like, that's fucking sweet. Like, hey man.
Cool, but it was not somebody I'd be like, there's other people that I think are fucking cool as hell.
Okay, who would that guy be that would do that for you?
That like fanboy, I would be like, man, this is fucking pretty cool.
Well, that is fanboying to me. Because like
you're gonna laugh. I've always been a fan of Rob Dyrdek. Always.
I have no idea who that is.
Really?
Who's Rob Dyrdek?
You never seen like the show? He's because I was a big skateboarder back in the day. You ever seen the show?
The Ridiculousness?
Yes.
No, I've never seen it. Huh.
Him?
I think he's fucking funny. I think he's fucking smart as hell. He has a fucking empire. Do you ever watch what he does all day? He's fucking, I think he's fucking lives the best life.
Huh. Yeah, I'm going to go with the typical ones. You just fucking throw me in the stereotype. I think if The Rock called me and said, hey man, we're going to jump on my fucking jet and fucking go wherever the fuck we're going, I'd be like, holy shit. I'd call somebody like, guess where I'm going? That's
what I would do with Rob.
Anybody who says no is full of shit. I'll tell you that.
No,
I'm not saying you. I'm saying anybody who's watching this who's like, oh, I don't care if The Rock calls me. They're full of shit. I'll tell you that right now.
You know who I'd fanboy over? I like Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I could see that.
I could see that too. Me too.
Yeah, I could.
That'd be fucking awesome.
I think any of your like childhood heroes, like, you know, because like we all grew up watching Rocky or watching Arnold fucking movies or watching, you know, The Rock. I think it would be pretty fucking sweet. Yeah. Any sports icons or no?
Lawrence Taylor. Went over this.
Did you say Lawrence Taylor?
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool, actually. He'd probably break out a bunch of coke.
Hell yeah.
Like, have some guy.
Never done it, but with LTM, I'd be like, yeah, you know what?
For you, I'm doing it.
For you, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I don't know. Sports star, I think that would be fucking. Huh.
I pick Brian Urlacher.
He was the man.
He's an amazing football player, but you think he'd be cool to hang out with? You don't even know what he's like.
I like to find out.
He's like, I want to get to know him. What do you got? What do you got against that?
We can hang out.
I'd like to have dinner with him and find out what he's like.
Yeah, go to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. All right, we'll do a couple more and we'll call it a night. Who from your podcast would be which character in This Is the End? Jay Cutler has my vote as Jonah Hill. What is this? I don't think I've seen that movie. This Is the End. I know the movie. I know the movie he's talking about. I just haven't seen it.
It's pretty funny.
I haven't seen it.
Let's see. Do you think being depressed helps with focusing in the gym and diet more than usual to keep your mind empty? No.
No.
No, not at all.
I don't think there's any benefit to being depressed. I think if you're depressed, I think like we were talking about at the beginning of the show, if you're depressed, you should go to the gym.
Yeah.
But I don't think it helps in your training.
It's a benefit.
Yeah, it's not a benefit at all. I think, I think I know what he means. Like if you're depressed, you're kind of in your own thoughts. And so you're focused more in the gym.
That's not good. Being depressed is not a good mental state to be in. And that being depressed is stress, which causes cortisol. So it's just overall not good.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a good thing. I think I'm just trying to identify with what he means. Huh. Would you oh God, I don't think I want to read this.
Yeah, let's do one of these.
No.
Don't be a pussy.
Read it, Fouad.
Would you rather watch someone bang your partner or have or
keep going,
or have your partner watch you getting banged, taking it from someone? Oh, that's fucking horrible. I can't pick that. I can't pick that.
Wait. Time out.
What? Taking? I have to take it?
He means like you're either going to get pegged by not pegged because I think he means a dude, but like you're either going to watch your girl get fucked or you're going to get fucked.
I don't have.
Who am I getting fucked?
I'll watch somebody else get banged.
Wait. Who am I getting fucked by? Is it a guy or a girl?
I think it's a guy.
Guy, dude. It's a
guy.
dick.
It's a guy.
I'm watching it all day.
I'm gonna watch my girl get her lights blown out.
I think I'm taking one for the team on this one.
Oh wow!
I don't want to watch somebody bang my girl, man. Fuck off. What do you want from me?
I'll just kick in the ass.
I'll fucking bite down on a pillow and fucking hope it ends quick.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't want to watch my girl get banged, dude. That's fucking a nightmare.
What happens if the guy that had to bang you was Nick?
No. No, seriously though, you guys aren't being serious. Think about it. Well, you guys aren't in fucking like real relationships. It doesn't count. I'm married for 13 fucking years. I don't want to watch somebody fuck my wife.
I don't want to take a dick in the ass ever.
I'm not getting
years or 50 years or
a dick.
Yeah, but imagine you're like with the girl, like that's your girl.
Imagine the thing you're talking into is in your butt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not that's huge, dude.
Fouad, what if he had a standard size dildo?
Yeah. Standard size.
Standard size.
It's just, everybody's dick looks like this.
I look like this. Look at this little water bottle. I like that. Look at this little water bottle. I like it.
That's a tough one, and I think I need two other people to ask that are actually in real relationships.
I don't think any guy is going to say, "I'll take the dick."
I think it's like jumping into a fight when you know you're going to get your ass beat because you're trying to help a friend.
Yeah, this is a dick we're talking about, not
but I'm saying like you do it anyway because you're like you don't want to see your friend get fucked up, so you're like
I don't ever want to see my chick get banged by anybody else.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But if it's between
but I'm also not
dick or me getting the dick, she's used to the dick.
I mean, I guess you could see it that way, where it's like, well, just take one, don't worry about it, close your eyes.
I'm not saying I want her to get fucking raped, Fouad. I'm just saying if fucking
you don't want her to fucking enjoy it either.
Okay, but listen, if you just put a gun to my head and said you're getting a dick or you're getting a dick, I'd be like, she's taking it.
Well, I would ask her. I'd be like, do you mind? Do you mind? Can you?
Well, then if she goes like this, yeah. then what do? Then if one thing, you know what? I'll take the dick now.
Yeah. Then I'm like, no, fuck you. You're not getting it.
Yeah, I'm taking it.
I'm taking it. That's a tough question, man. I don't care what you say. It's a tough question.
I answer it.
Yeah, but you're not.
I'm with Guy on this one.
You guys, it doesn't count. You guys aren't in relationships.
And then probably afterwards, I'd probably beat the ever living piss out of fucking the dude.
That makes it better, actually.
You said I had to watch. I said I could watch, and then afterwards, it's fucking.
What if the guy is someone you can't beat up? What if it's like? What if it's like? What if it's like? Well, actually, that's worse for me too. Yeah, I would.
These questions, because these questions come full circle, buddy. They come right back around to you. Whenever you ask it.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. I think I just want to move on.
Because you won't get to the dick.
Do you think we will get another Mr. O who will have a long run at the top for a few years?
Not right now.
Or a few years of different guys?
A few years of different guys.
I don't think so. Me and Nick were talking about this. Nick thinks in 3 years he can beat Big Ramy. I think it's possible, but that's still 4 years of Big Ramy winning. That's a long time. People think it's not long unless it's 7 or 8 years. I mean, winning 4 fucking Olympias or even 3, even
if
2.
If Ramy comes in on point, it's gonna he can hold it for a very long. He can hold it for a long time. But the reason why I say if is because he hasn't. This was the first time he's nailed it, so he has to do it again and again and again and again.
He has to be better though.
I think with Chad in his corner, he can probably do it though. I think with Chad in his corner, he's probably going to get better each year.
Yeah,
because I think Chad hasn't figured out now.
He's a great Olympian. I think he's a great Mr. Olympia. I think he's a great guy. I think he's very humble. I think he's great for the sport. So I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Okay. You guys want to wrap it up?
You can do one more.
You got to give one more good question.
It's got to be a good one though. You can't end on like which flower.
Yeah.
Later. Well, I'm sorry, man. I don't want to sit here with dead air while I go through 10 fucking questions, try and find a good one.
We can talk while you look.
Talk about the way you like to get a dick in your
Yeah, we can talk about the dick you're about to take.
Yeah, okay. Go fuck yourselves. Nick, you said you would do it for a piece of cake, so go fuck yourself.
That's dildo.
At least I'm trying to protect somebody. You're just like, I take
like a sausage.
It's a dildo. You're taking a man's dick.
Yeah, not a fucking prosthetic. This is fucking.
Oh, okay. So now it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, okay.
If you ask me if I'd rather sit on a dildo or sit on a real penis.
By the way, you idiots, the real answer was turn the dildo sideways and sit on it, and then eat the cake. That was the fucking answer. And all three of us were so dumb we couldn't figure it out.
Time out.
Look at Nick's face. He's like, oh fuck.
Who came up with that answer?
I read it in the comments. I'm like, man, that was probably the easiest fucking answer none of us figured out.
Well, you ain't taking it sideways, human.
Take the fucking dildo, turn it sideways, sit down on it, and then eat the cake.
That's a trick question.
Look at Nick's face. He's so mesmerized by that answer. He's like,
Nick, they're not saying physically insert the dildo sideways. So get that out.
I know, man. Sideways, so it's not going in you.
No, so you're just sitting on it, like you're sitting on a seat, like it's no big deal.
You motherfuckers tricked me.
like it's a foam roller.
I was really gonna sit on a dildo to eat some cake.
You could have answered, turn it sideways and sit on it. You did.
I didn't know that I could do that.
Well, still sitting on it. You just automatically assumed you'd insert it.
We all did, not just me.
No,
I fucking bailed ship.
Fouad, if I recall correctly, you took my side and were sitting on that dildo too.
I was chewing.
No, I didn't. I said I don't know how you would eat the dildo. That's all I said.
I was chewing it for the record.
I know I was going to chew the dildo.
I was over here like this.
How do people
watch this?
There's no good ones. Let's just do this. What is the best stories of 2020?
Best what?
Best stories of 2020 in bodybuilding.
The
Ramy's win at the Olympia is probably the top, right?
Ramy and Sean, yeah, I would say.
Or Sean's, yeah.
Or Sean's win, yeah. So Ramy and Sean. And the only reason I say Ramy over Sean is because Ramy was people were waiting for it for a while.
Yeah.
What's the third best story of 2020?
Me turning pro. Hello.
It's up there. I think it's up there. Nick getting his pro card. I think Hunter's probably third.
Yeah.
Hunter getting his pro card and then winning his pro debut. See, Nick, if you would have won your pro debut, you would be up there with Hunter.
Yeah, but see, he took a whole year off. I went right into a pro show.
Oh, that's true, right? But I still think Hunter getting his pro debut win was a big story. Because
it was awesome.
Because everybody was like, how's he going to do at the Olympia after that?
Whoa.
Then I think Nick must be up there too, because everyone was like, how come this kid's not a pro yet? So that's a big deal in 2020.
What about Guy not being on the Olympia stage for 3 years?
I don't think anybody cared.
He didn't.
No, it's like if I make a comeback, everyone's gonna be like, so what? It's like, who gives a It's like the second tier bodybuilders coming back. Oh, great.
People don't realize how hard it is. They really don't. It's not fucking easy.
Well, it's not, especially at 38 years old.
It's not easy. It's fucking fun.
It's not easy to be gone and then come back at number one. And it's even harder when you're 38.
Yes, very.
I'm fucking 42. Can you imagine? I haven't competed since 2017.
Fuck.
Yeah, man. Like if I come back, that's a big fucking hurdle for me.
Well, do you think you can get back in that mindset though?
Yeah.
I just did that prep. Like if I didn't fucking freak out there at the end and have bad numbers, you know, looking back at it, if I had just gone about my prep a little differently, I probably could have made it to the show.
Were your numbers like that bad?
I think I had stressed my body to the point where if I had kept going, it would have ended up in a bad place.
Really? Okay.
So I don't regret stopping, but what I do regret is I think I could have taken a little bit different path to get to where I got, and then I would have been okay.
Yeah. But you learned, you figured it out, and you know.
Yeah. So for the next time, if I do compete again, I kind of know what I can and can't do, what I can and can't get away with.
And your numbers are good now, right?
They're better. They're better than they were. So I'm like training again, everything. They're like back in my nephrologist is like, we're okay. You can keep doing what you're doing. Like it's fine. So
they're in a healthy range.
Yeah. As long as my kidney specialist is like,
yeah,
he is the go-to for me. If he says go, if he says go, I go. If he says stop, I stop. That's all there is to it. I don't listen to anybody fucking else. I don't care. I don't even listen to myself. He's the one kind of.
So you're not done in your head yet.
I don't want to be. No, I don't want to be. But I also
had that conversation with Branch.
But I also know that there's a possibility that my nephrologist could look at my next blood work and be like, "Look, you got to stop."
Yeah.
So I'm not planning anything. I'm just taking one day at a time and trying to be as healthy as I can. Like
it's a hard decision, man. People don't understand. I was talking to Branch about like what to do, and I said, "This is gonna, I'm gonna give this off season my all." Like I was talking to John the other day, and he was like, "I started working on your off season program." He's like, "Give me another 2 weeks." He's like, "I think you're gonna be really impressed. Do the off season, qualify for the O, and whatever happens after that happens, and then I'll take it from there."
Why do you think it's so hard to stop? Because it's not like either one of us have like I don't feel
because I created a life built around a passion, and it's hard to give up. The passion is the gym, but the bodybuilding is what made the livelihood possible.
Yeah.
It's like walking away from that, I'm in a position where I know if I walk away, I'll still keep my sponsors for a very long time, because a lot of people in this industry, it's funny, people look at me and they're like, "Oh, you never won an Olympia." I'm probably one of the most I'm probably the highest paid 212 bodybuilder, period. There's not even a doubt in my mind that anybody makes.
My question is,
why do you think that is, Guy?
Because of my personality and who I am as a person.
Social media.
So exactly. So for me, I'm in a position where I'll be able to keep my sponsors, but it's still scary to walk away from something that you've been doing since 2003. Been doing this for 17 fucking years.
Nick, you want to make more money than you're worth, stage wise? Be yourself.
Yeah.
That's why. Look, me and Guy. I mean, probably Guy has a little bit better record than I do. Obviously, he's done the Olympia like 7 fucking times or something. But I don't consider us on very far, like different levels as far as like our bodybuilding careers. And I think we both do better than some of our peers that are better than us on stage. And I don't think it has anything to do with like, I have no problem saying someone's better than me. I think it's just because if you put yourself out there and you're real, like, remember you said to me the other day, you're like, I can't believe how many people came up to me and said, they thought I was an asshole. You were talking about yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's because if you're not out there, people have a perception of bodybuilders where they're very standoffish.
Yeah.
And I think doing this kind of stuff, like doing the podcast and doing that, will allow people to get to know you And that goes a long way with your credibility when you tell them.
That goes further than any show you're going to win or anything.
Yeah. You could win. Well, I mean, I guess if you won like 10 Olympias, it would be more valuable, but like within reason, you could do better on stage. But if people don't know who you are, you're not going to make as much as you would if you were like personable and you were telling everybody who you are. And then if you're doing both, then you're crushing it. Then you know who you are. Then you're Luke. Then you're like, because that's what Luke was. Luke was starting to crush it on stage, but he also kind of told everybody who he was, and he let people into his life and that kind of thing. And so he had kind of both of those things going at the same time, and his rocket was, his star was fucking going, right? So that's the one piece of advice you can get from what me and Guy are talking about now is just keep letting people just keep being yourself and keep being human, right? Because
there's a lot of people that fucking don't like me because they're like, oh, this guy. But I'm the most 99% of the shit I say is not fucking serious.
But wait a minute, that's the other thing. It's good that you touched on that, because this is the other thing that keeps people from not being themselves, is they try to be liked by everybody.
Yeah, you can't. You're never.
So I don't care who likes me.
Well, I care. I mean, everybody wants to be liked.
Okay, I want people to like me, but I know not everyone's gonna like me.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So. Yeah, but that's what my point is. So some people, and this is for people listening too, because I think there's people out there that are trying to get sponsorships and stuff. I think people sometimes want everybody to like them, so they don't say anything.
Yeah,
they just don't say anything of any substance, of any. They don't give any serious opinions. They just say very neutral to everything. When you stay very neutral to everything, nobody gets to know who the fuck you are,
and it pisses people off.
Well, it's not. It's just you become forgettable. Like you just become one of the, like a piece of the furniture, as James would say.
Like people like who I am and people hate who I am because of my opinion and I speak it.
That's exactly it though. That's my point. Somebody said something, I want to say it's Evan, but I could be wrong. Because I don't think it's something Evan would say. I don't know what, or maybe I just think of Evan when I think this, but I heard a saying a long time ago. It's like, I would rather be hated by 50% of the people, but remembered, than loved, but then what was it? It was like, I'd rather have 50% of the people hate me but remember me than have nobody hate me but nobody remember who I was.
Yeah,
it's something like that, right? So basically it's kind of like what we're saying. Like, if you stay neutral, that's great. Nobody's going to hate you, but nobody cares either.
Sure.
So I don't know, we've gone off on a tangent, but I guess what I'm trying to say is just be yourself and just let people know who you are.
Yeah.
How do we get to that?
The question about retiring and being done, and
because we were talking about the best stories of 2021, and you said about you coming back.
I was joking.
Yeah, I don't think it's up there anyway.
Shut up, Fouad.
All right, we'll end it there. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right.
Always.
We'll get together next week. I think people keep bugging us about the burger challenge thing, but
yeah, Nick, you fucking twat.
It's not Nick's fault anymore. I think it's my fault now.
Okay, well, fuck you, man.
Well, because I've turned up the I turned up the dial a little bit now, and I'm not really cheating anymore. I'm kind of like really.
Well, I go to Texas next week. I can do it in Texas.
Why I know. What I'm saying is I'm really focused now, so I'm like I don't really want to just smash a bunch of burgers for no reason.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's fine.
Right? You know what I mean? Like I gotta fucking beat Nick at some point. That's gonna be
scheduled cheat meals.
Well, I mean, Nick's gonna do New York, and he's probably not gonna win. Then he's gonna have to do Toronto. Then I gotta beat him in Toronto.
Wow. Hold on.
I'm just joking. I want Nick to win New York, but I also want to compete with Nick, so I want him to do Toronto.
Well, you want to compete with New York, and then everybody can be happy.
Yeah, that would be good if Nick won New York and then I could somehow win Toronto. Then we could.
You guys can settle your little fucking gay little score on stage.
It's no settled. There's no score to settle. It's a friendly. I don't want to compete against the beat. Like I got to beat Nick. No, it's like just for fun.
It's the fun of it, Guy.
Maybe I'll do New. You know what? I've never done New York. Maybe I'll do New York.
I was gonna say, why don't you do New York?
Well, the reason I want to do Toronto is because if it's my last show, I thought it'd be cool to do like home turf.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying?
Do Toronto so he can win.
Yeah, don't do Toronto, Nick. That way I can win. Are you kidding me? There's gonna be everyone does it. Like I think Ian's doing it. It's gonna be.
I know, right?
What's that, Nick?
Everyone does Toronto, right?
Usually, because whoever
Toronto's
does
a very good show.
yeah, whoever doesn't do well in New York, like whoever doesn't win New York, also usually also goes to Toronto. Yeah, so it's always a pretty competitive show.
Yeah, the one year I took second at New York because I won Dallas, took second at New York, and I got so pissed I took second. I went right to Toronto the next week.
And then won that show.
Yeah.
Toronto's a week after?
It was.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks?
Yeah, now they have, I think, California in between. If the schedule is the same as the last couple of years. Last couple of years, it's like New York, California, Toronto.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, who knows with fucking COVID and all this shit.
They'll get a burger in Toronto.
I just don't know yet.
Yeah. I think I took second in Toronto twice.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, it does. I got to win that show. You know what I like about this podcast? We can tell each other we're shit and nobody gets offended.
Well, you know what I told somebody the other day? I go, it's just like a regular phone call with like my buddies. I'm like, we talk about nonsense.
I know, but I don't got to pretend that I want you to win unless I actually want you to win. I can say you suck and it's okay.
You fucking suck.
Like if you said, like I just said I took second.
If Nick beats you, I'm getting a shirt made up about that. Because of how much I hate your guts.
Like I just said I lost Toronto twice, and you're like, sucks to be you. Like other people would be like more encouraging, like, oh man, maybe next time.
But you know that's me encouraging you.
Yeah, but I like that. It's better that way. Like Nick's like, I think I'm one of the top stories of 2020. And I'm like, nah, no, you're not. No, you're not.
The only thing that's fucking the top story about you is the fact that you have the incredibly shrinking in between your shoulders.
Yeah.
The top story of 2020, Nick's head shrunk like 5 inches.
Dude, if every time we do a podcast, someone always comments Nick's head's getting smaller.
Dude, because you keep getting fucking big, and that shirt's not helping. It makes you look massive.
Yeah.
The 4X.
Yeah, it looks like a 4X.
Well, I was 288 this morning.
At how tall? 5'6"?
5'7".
288?
Yeah.
See how funny weight is? I love how people, well, you're not that weight. You're full of shit because I know this guy weighs this much. I'm 280, 5'9", and you look 10 times bigger than I do.
Well, I'm shorter.
I know, but it's only fucking an inch or two. It's like, you know what I mean?
It makes it big.
Take 2 inches off your penis. Go.
No, you first.
They said no, you first.
I got nothing left.
No, like, but I know isn't it like every inch is 8 pounds or something like that?
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm asking you. Fucking what am I talking about?
Every on you asked the worst person on here for fucking that info.
All right, fuck you guys. I gotta go eat. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, Toronto Pro 2025 first place, Fouad Abiad out.
Fucking asshole. Bye, cocksuckers. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, share with your friends, and like the video. And if you get a chance, check out the description for all the different links to all the different places you can find Hostile and myself. And lastly, check out hostile.com for our new line of supplements and all of our apparel and gear. Thanks again for watching.